am the life coach. Hi guys, it's GM Life Coach. I'm here with my two dons. We got K and K in the house. Got Kadeem. We got Kofi. Introduce yourself, guys. Kadeem, you want to go first?
Kadeem? Yeah, it's Kadeem. It's Kadeem. Just it's Kadeem today, not Kadeem a poet. Until we get Kadeem a poet a little bit later on. I hope we're all good. I am tired today, so no filter on the choppage. No filter. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna just chop it up. I'm too exhausted to be polite, so that's out the window. You're gonna get the unfiltered opinion, and I hope you're open for it.
What's up, people? I'm the other K on the mic today. It's Christian, Kofi, Kumasi. It's all good. Yeah, feeling good.
Hey, wait, hold on. What's the legacy?
Yeah. Kumasi legacy is all good as well. Kumasi legacy is good as well. Kumasi good legacy. I don't want to confuse them too much. You know what I mean?
Oh, 70,000 names.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but no, I'm ready to get into it, man. Ready to get into it. You know, so yeah, let's do this.
So everybody, listen, let's share, like, and subscribe and comment, please. As always, 128 on the road to 150. That's where we're going. So yeah, let's do this. All right. So first subject, Kadeem, I believe it's one of yours.
Can
we do the Hodge twins?
Yeah, we can do the Hodge twins. Let's pull up the Hodge. I got a video today. I don't like to spend too much time scrolling around the internet. But I end up doing it more than I would like sometimes because it's just there. But at least I focus what the algorithm puts out at me. And this video hit me this week on quite a topical discussion that got my mind thinking in the dynamic of really what is acceptable for your retirement fund. Like, again, as you get older and you plan to think about how you're going to bring that kind of end of life money together, what things are acceptable for you to do and what kind of contradictions or flip-flopping do you accept in relation to making money? So this is why let's just pull up this video. Let's just get the first 5, maybe 8 minutes. I don't think we're gonna you might want 8 minutes. I say about 5, and then we'll just talk about what we've seen. Okay. Go from there.
All right, so I'm just gonna speed up a little bit because
yeah.
Copyright and thing or whatever's won't account for me. All right, we'll do 1.5. So guys, we can be a little bit fast, guys, but try and keep up if you can. That'd be nice. Let's get it at 1080p. All right, here we go. Yeah.
The Hodge twins. Sucks that it went the way it did with these guys.
It wasn't so long ago that a guy by the name of Eric Arbaugh went viral. He's a Caucasian man that's living in Arkansas, and his group, RTTL, Return to the Land, they're going viral for building all white communities in Arkansas and in Missouri. And he was interviewed on TMZ. He was asked a particular question.
We spoke about
Why
this.
is European heritage the purest form of European heritage, something that you embrace to the exclusion of others?
Okay, guys, you heard that question. His response was pretty interesting.
Well, for something to be what it is, it has to not be other things.
So for something to be one thing, it cannot be the other. This is his defense for starting an all-white town.
Right.
He wants to have shared values, shared phenotype, a particular shared culture. And what he's saying is, as much as I may like you or I may think highly of you, you are not this because you are something else. And this is important for racism. This is where it starts. There's a fundamental principle about it. Anybody who practices that will say, because you are not this, you are the other thing. And then the two things cannot mix.
He's right,
But this hasn't stopped certain people from grifting. And one of the guys that grift a lot are the Hodge twins. Now, the Hodge twins started off on YouTube doing, in my honest opinion, bodybuilding and satire. And
man, I used to be a huge fan of the Hodge twins.
Really.
You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, their fitness shit, I thought they were funny and it was motivating. Now looking back, I think these guys might have been on gear. You know what I'm saying? Low dose of testosterone at the very least. More than likely, all these fitness dudes, that's what they're doing, by the way, just so you know. Look at them today. You know, clearly they'll do anything for money. You know, so, but I was a fan, and it's just sad that things have gone the way they've gone, but it is what it is.
Really big fan base. Well, their low budget videos and lack of innovation in the way they were going caused their fan base to fail. And people started to notice a change in the content.
Somebody needs to study the fall off of the Hodge twins, because I was really thinking about this the other day. I was like, is this a case of like chasing the bag and also inadvertently fumbling a future bag?
So this particular person was a fan of the Hodge twins, and he realized something.
Like them two being these two big, light-skinned, raunchy brothers that are twins just makes sense in those kind of movies. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge twins, right? And I think to myself, that potential was screwed up because they thought to themselves, the conservative money will always be consistent and will always be coming. It's always going to be there.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
He understood something that's pretty interesting. First of all, the Hodge twins, they could have went to Hollywood with their natural talent, but they sold out. And how did they sell out? Well, they started making conservative media content. But what kind of content? Well, it was the content that started disrespecting blacks. If you can go to their Twitter space, they do it all day long.
Yeah.
Look at this one, July 29th. The kids get on it too. If you think blacks today are bad, just wait for the next generation.
Yeah. See, they're already saying, oh, blacks are just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. So all they do is shit on black people all day, every day, man.
This is a lot of their content. Look at this one. The black trans-genders are always the worst. He also says this, black guy with the pack and black hoodie embarrasses himself in AutoZone when the manager was watching him. So basically what happens is the Hodge twins went from a comedic duo to an anti-black conservative duo in order to make money once their comedic duo started going down. And you got to understand something, that their mother was black. So they love their black mother a lot, but they did grift to this particular kind of conservative anti-black leaning space alongside of people, let's say like Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum.
Yeah.
And it's
the Coon Avengers right there.
Gotten a lot of people upset.
The Hodge twins are demons, bro. These two guys are demons. There's no other word to describe them. They have millions of followers. They've been on YouTube and they've been on social media for over 10 years, and they built their platform basically by bashing black people, and they decided to use their platform to attack a 17-year-old, a young man, not even an adult yet. And they're using their platform to try to attack not only this man's character, his family's character, before the trial even starts, so that way the public view will not think highly of him or his family.
As you can see here, you have somebody upset because the Hodge twins were basically, they're hating on Carmelo Anthony only to appease their all-white audience. Fast forward. Now, one of the things...
Yeah, that's especially nasty if what this guy here is saying is true. Notice what it says on the screen. Spreading lies about Carmelo Anthony. Now, regardless of where you sit and how you feel about that whole situation, for them to go out of their way to fabricate something or to push misinformation, to push a lie, to further make this dude look even worse, it's just nasty work, and they're only doing it because of their allegiance to white supremacy. It's sad.
Anthony, only to appease their all-white audience. Fast forward. Now, one of the things that the Hodge twins will do is they will react to videos. It just so happened that they were reacting to the Eric Arval video, and they were reacting to this new all-white town documentary, and they said something that was interesting.
To be honest, I don't want to live in the United States of America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white, it's gonna be a much different country. It's gonna be a much different country. Well, that's just a fact. If you just look at voting statistics, how ethnicities other than white vote, this country would be totally different. So I understand the fear of white people want to live in a country that's majority.
You know what's interesting? Then why don't you move to a country that is even more majority white? America, the most successful, the most powerful, the most influential, also the most diverse. Of all the majority white countries, America is the most diverse. So if more diversity equaled, you know what I'm saying, less success, well then we should see countries like Russia on top. We should see, and you could always make the argument, we also have a bigger population, and that is true. That does play a big role in why the GDP is the size that it is. But the point is, as America becomes more diverse, I mean, what time in America would you prefer to live? This is the best time to live in America, regardless of what you are, race, gender, sexual orientation. This has never been a better time to live in America in terms of opportunities and freedoms. And it's only gotten more diverse with time. So this is just, of course, bullshit. Of course, we already knew that, but still.
Non-white. I understand that fear wholeheartedly, because I don't want to live in a country that's majority non-white, because it would systematically change our country.
Now, this is something that was interesting there for me. They don't want to live in America.
Right,
it's not the majority of white people, even though they themselves are not white. So they're saying if the white people leave America, they're going to leave them.
Right. Let's first off challenge that first question and put what he's saying there. Let's ask it from a British UK perspective. Is this the best time to be black? Is it the best time? Is it the best it's ever been? Is that right? Or is there no here? If we flip that question over to us here, isn't it the best time?
I don't know.
Wow.
Because
I think I would say yes, because there are more rights. You're more aware of things now. People are speaking up now. When justice wise, you may not get the things that we want in our way, but 60, 70 years ago, you definitely couldn't have anything. When my mum came to this country, like those posters, all sorts, isn't it? We don't have that now. If you and I see a poster that says no black out, we're going in there, we're flag kicking and we're fighting, innit? I mean, our mum, that they could do that. So in that case, I think yes, things are better. You know, I mean, but better is a big word, but you know, they're definitely, I would say, definitely lots. It's a better time to be black now, England or America. I would say so. Yes.
I would say, on the surface, yes, but underneath, there are the further we move on from our time of being in these lands, the less we're remembering who we are as a set of people and the ideologies that we
don't cop out.
Have. No, it's not a cop out at all. I think
because you said on the surface we are, and then you go to words. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying on the surface, like think of it as a iceberg, right? On the surface, that's all right, innit? Cool. Underneath, bare nonsense going on underneath. Yeah. On the surface, yes, you're right. Some ways it's better, but if you think on the surface, we've got young people killing young people. We've got education deemed, very, slanted in its winging. We've got the youth justice system or justice system slanted. We've got a whole lot of things that are so on the surface, yeah, better than whatever. Like we can go to jobs, we can, people can't not on the surface not tell us we can't have the jobs, right, anymore. But we still know there's an undercurrent of bare nonsense that goes on. That's what I'm saying. So yes, on the surface, yes, but underneath, that's like an iceberg. There's lots of other things that I would say aren't,
better. Okay.
Better, yeah.
What's your kid?
Yeah, I was. I didn't know who I was sitting on that one. I was sitting on, and then when Kof, when you dropped your side, I was like, yeah, I think I'm on that side. And then G, when you dropped your side, I think I was your side. I think I'm on your side, G. I think I agreed. The iceberg. It's the iceberg. It's the iceberg.
And the most importantly as well, all the things when we came, right, we were more family orientated. As we move away from the time when we landed, we get less and less. We get more singular in our thinking. It's all about my family, not about the collective family.
The collective,
and that's where the breakdown is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No,
I definitely like the analogy of the iceberg. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I kind of believe that as well. I think overall, if you look at the bigger picture, I think now there are more rights, there are more opportunities to say something. You can go to HR now and say, you feel racism. You may not get nothing for it, but we can go. That's the origin. Before you couldn't do that. Just that. And
I agree.
That's the thing. So so we can look at, okay, obviously we look at we know this systematic racism, of course, 100%. But now
I agree. The rules are in place. Rules are in place, but they don't always work. So, or they're not always in. They're not even in motion to work sometimes. So that's what I mean.
Sure.
The policies are there, and okay, cool, and the awareness is there, cool. But at the same time, I have to challenge that: is it just a cop out that by having an annual policy and an annual e-learning, it allows someone to say, well, they did their e-learning, they ticked the box, so there wasn't a breach, or they're up to date, when actually, like you're saying, it not getting below the surface of what else is going on, and that maybe that subject or topic needs more than just an annual e-learning. Or again, like I think, like you say, they've got these policies in place in workplaces. Like you say, yeah, you can go to HR if you say you feel like we're being racist, but then somebody might say, well, our policy says racism is this definition, and thanks for coming, but that's the most we got for you. And again, ultimately, like, is that actually any better? Or is that just a big waste of time and a load of emotional and psychological trauma? That's what I say. It's different.
We've touched on it before, where we said the mechanisms will be in place, right? But they don't have a vested interest in helping us. It doesn't apart from ticking a box. There's nothing vested in them helping us.
So let me put this question to you two then. So do you think Black History Month is necessary?
I believe it's necessary, yes, but I don't think
why.
Because I think the same as what I said before. But if you think of the time when we landed in this country, whether we came on a boat or wherever way we came, right? The further we get from that juncture, we're getting more and less understanding of who we are. Yeah, let me just say it straight. Where I stand, we're kings and queens by nature, right? Kings and queens, princesses, princes, right? By nature. So the more further we get away from it, we forget in all these things. Black History Month, if it's done properly, reminds you that that's where it started. Not started at slavery, it started way before that when we had civilizations. People used to come to us for stuff, yeah, for knowledge, for how do we trek to this place, all sorts, yeah. And that's why I feel the way I feel.
So okay. Then reply the next part of that. Do you think Black History Month has made a difference in white culture or even black culture?
It's not taken seriously. I don't think it's taken seriously at all. If
Okay,
you go, because I've worked in schools, right, where
yeah,
Black history is all right. This is where I see it is this: Black history still up to now is not a national thing.
Yeah,
we know of it, but it's not a national thing. It's only a few schools in London that might do it. They might do it annually, and they normally get a black person to come and run and do it because they're the only black person that can even, you know, be bothered to even whatever. I used to be that person. That's all I know, right? Up north, do you think they're doing Black History Month? No, because they've only got one black person in their class and one black teacher, and they'll probably not be, you know what I'm saying? There might be mixed race. So he depending on his lineage to blackism, is he really going to be like, yeah, let's do this? No, he's going to go with the status quo, which is, you know what, we can just you know, put on roots, and that's it, done. My Black History Month is done. You're not gonna go. Me and another lady, we used to do like assemblies. We used to get speakers in. We used to do classes. So we used to do every day for that 5-day week. Then the tutor group had something to do with Black history, whether it was learning who the new stars are, maybe who the old stars were, whatever it was. Right? Do you think half the teachers even did it? Yeah. In the school, majority of the boys were black. Do you think they even did it?
No, I forgot.
And I'm telling you, the majority of the schools were black. The majority of the boys were black.
I think for me, the reason why I asked that question, you know, I was saying that for me, that's almost equivalent. Is having Black History Month is equivalent to now are things better, because 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, there was no Black History Month, right? So, I mean, so now to be black is a better time. Yeah, of course, you guys made some very valid points. Yes, is anything much different? But you know, sometimes there's gonna be an improvement, right? Sometimes there's having a discussion is better than no discussion at all, right? Having been able to walk into the office and say, "Oh, I'm being victimized," is better than not being able to walk into the office at all.
If discussion is being had, yes. But I get what you're saying. Being able to have the discussion, I get you. But then it's more. It's nice, but then after that, what's happening?
Of course,
it becomes this token gesture.
Of course, there's room for growth. Of course, there is. There's room for growth, but ultimately, let's look at the bigger picture. The question was, you know, is it better now to be a black person? Yes, it is. It is. Yes, of course, there are lots of things to navigate. Of course, there is. Yeah, and it's a very good point about the black killing, because that's worse. Of course, it is. However, we have the discussions. There was no discussion before. No, so because sometimes before you can take 10 steps, let's take 1 or 2 steps. Let's take 1 step first. I mean, Black History Month, you're mentioning that, of course, up north they don't have it, but down south we do, right? Before this, down south didn't have it, right? So there's sometimes there are times where things are getting better, but there's still an improvement. Let's say that. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean?
I would. My thing would be. I don't know. To that, I think yes, it's like you said. Or I agree with some of what you said. Definitely do. But I'd also say that when you've got knife crime that's rife, yeah. You know that a lot of that knife crime is I wouldn't say predominantly black. I won't say predominantly black, but it's basically youths are getting slaughtered. The same youths, the same ones that need to be having Black History Month. They should be in schools having Black History Month, but they're not because out there gangbanging. No one's doing anything about it because whatever. Lucy's trying to do a campaign about put the knives down. She's got bloody Idris Elba to come and do a song to even do the campaign. The government's going, that's really nice, and nothing's getting done, bro. I'm telling you, it's all good on the surface, but underneath, bang. So hear what you're saying. We can have all the frilly stuff, and then it's good and but really and truly, when we dig in deeper, bro, it's just mediocre.
Yeah, it's true. From a perspective that you think about, in the past 4 years, the installation of facial recognition cameras and high surveillance, and they didn't ask us even. That they didn't ask us for that. That have been implemented to capture behaviors and recognition
in black areas.
but we still don't have any answers to the closure of youth centers. We still don't have any answers to that. We're still forgetting about the London riots. We're still not recognizing that these youths that are stabbing people at record highs globally, because now again, like you say, when you're comparing our crime statistics to America's for knife crime and gun crimes, like what do we think is the problem? Well, we need to perhaps look at the issue of youth and what resources there for them. But no, we're not going to do that. Despite that have been an ongoing issue for perhaps the past 3 decades, we're going to just create or solve another problem, and that's surveillance. We're going to be able to better recognize the people committing these knife crimes as opposed to stopping them. So yeah, it's a really difficult one where this is the closest you're going to get me to being on the fence, because I'm on both sides. I'm with you, Kof. It is the best time. You've convinced me, and I agree. In the UK, it is the best time because it is at least you're in a space. Even if you're battling against 10-on-1, it's good to at least that you've got the battle as opposed to being locked up without being heard. But
that's what I'm saying.
That's it.
But I'll come a little bit to your side in the sense that maybe then we need to ask the right questions, right? Because you said it's not a question of like, that's a very good point making about the youth centers, because if you take things away from the youth, they feel like they don't have nothing, right? And that's makes a very good point, because they don't have nothing to do, right? Gee, you said today, you know what I mean? You were here late because obviously you're teaching youth, innit? Because they don't have nowhere to go, you know what I mean? And you don't want to just leave them because, you know what I mean? So that's very, very lovely to hear. But why did they not have the other place to go to, right? But then my question would be like, okay, but and it's quite harsh, but so you don't have somewhere to go, so you go turn to crime. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's not excuse. No, I hear you, but I know it sounds harsh, and like it doesn't go like that, but that's not excuse for me. Because I hate too much time. Oh yeah, there's nothing for me to do. There's no jobs for me. Get a job at McDonald's. Get a job at Sainsbury's. There's things for you to do, but you choose not to do that. I mean, but I'm talking like a parent.
I hear you, but I because we're not a product of the street, we don't understand always the mentalities and whatever. What we do understand, is always a lack of knowledge and understanding. Is why young people tend to go this direction. But if you're a young person, right? If you're a young person, then you have no opportunities, right? And you're not really into the computer games, but your friends are outside. You're not really into football.
But you're outside.
You know, whatever, but you're hanging out, whatever. And there's a guy that comes past you and says, hey, you could earn such and such and such. And your mum might be a bit hard pressed for money.
I know where you're going with this, man, but
you're gonna you might necessarily just do it, because Benson does it as well. And he's got new trainers. My trainer's a little bit old now. Maybe I need to go and step it up. So you do one job, you do one little thing, then you feel like, actually, I like this money thing. Okay, boom, 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 right? Then you do another one. 2 2s now, before you know it, you whisked away county lines, fam, and you're just doing this thing.
You're doing your thing, You're cooking up crack,
and you don't see it as you're cooking up crack. You're seeing it as actually I want to earn money. I'm earning money. I'm bringing money home for my parents. You don't see it as the bad. You don't see it as bad. You're seeing it as, you know what? I need to survive.
These guys put me on. I'm gonna do it. I respect these brothers for putting me on. Now they give you the opportunity to feed mumsy.
Exactly. Instance. We're not a product of the street, but when you put yourself in that body of a person who has got no other thing but fight and flight, bro, you're gonna do what you need to do. Especially as kids nowadays, they're not like us lot, where we could, if we didn't have, we could get along. No. These kids have to have, otherwise they're gonna feel left out. It's the fear of missing out is their thing, because they live on social media. Or someone's gonna get a phone, film them with the shoes, and go, look what shoes you got. They're humiliated. Oh my gosh, they're gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna do what they need to do to get what they need to get. Do you know what I'm saying? There's parents who have got the money, and the kids still end up doing that.
That's the latest thing. That's the latest thing. It's the kids that the parents have done the best, or that they've deliberately made the attempts to keep their kids off the streets, that are doing this now as well. I work with so many kids, and their parents are 6-figure earners, and they're talking about their on county lines. Why are you in Crunch Why are you up here? What are you talking about? Pull up your trousers, take off the belly, and put your little stupid flick knife away, because you're not this guy.
But
Lord
see,
Bartholomew.
but see, there's a balancing point, right? It's a balancing point within all this, right? So you could be, like we said, you could be either the parent that doesn't have, right, or the parent that does have.
Yeah.
If the balance is tipped too far that way, it's going to send the kid into it. If the balance is the person that have is too far that way, going to send the kid into it. Because this is how it works. If you are working and the two parents are working hard, you will not have time to be in your house.
Mhm.
If you're earning the money that it takes to have 6 figures or whatever it needs to be, and you earn your house, whatever, you're not going to have that time. So if you don't have that time to be in the house, you don't have that time to make sure that kid gets up for school, because you have to leave at a certain time to whatever. Yeah. Unless you have one person who works, every person stays at home where they can do the whole, make sure that Bartholomew is up out of bed and gone to school on time. I remember there was a kid in my year group. His mum used to go to work every morning to wake him up, whatever, say to him, make sure you get up, and the boy will come to school late. And obviously, I'm ahead of here. Some guy, why are you late to school? Man, come to school 10:30. School starts at 8:30, bro. What's he taking the mickey, bro?
Oh wow.
The mum will say, every morning I wake him up. Every morning I wake him up. Then she had to get his sister to actually stay at the house to make sure he goes to school. And even then, she can't walk him to school. So we have to make sure that he gets to school, because a lot of kids are not making it to school. They're going off to make their money. They've left the house. The parent knows that they left the house, but they've gone to make the money, Kofi.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and you're saying, like, I think for those in that life or those in the circumstances, every child, every youth has their own story of why they get into what they get into, right? And I get that. But everything for me is a choice. Everything is a choice. I get it. Yeah, you're making the point. Okay, that's a very good point. A kid, you said, like, sometimes you have parents who are very much in their kid life. They just decide not to do this anyway. Because sometimes when kids have too much, they think, I just want to take some risk in it. And when they don't have nothing, they want to go get those things. I get that. But for me, everything down a choice. It's not down to down to bad parenting. Right? I mean, sometimes it's about the individual. At the end of the day, it's down to the person who decided to go and do that. You're gonna, because some of them, they're saying that, it's peer pressure. Yeah, of course, peer pressure. But I know for me personally, I'd rather, like, you beat me up for to do something, to go do crime and I'm in prison, because I know you're gonna help me from prison. But that's me. But that's my thinking. That's
our generation. But that's our generation.
Yeah,
our generation like that. Their generation isn't like that.
Yeah, I get that. I guess the problem. I mean, I don't really have there isn't no rebuttal to that. There isn't no, you don't have no answers to why people do what they do. And you may find a point as to why the youth are getting into trouble. Yes, the key thing could be there's no youth centered. Maybe they don't see enough role models around them, or the people that they consider role models. I mean, that's a concept for another day, man. Because sometimes people they look up to, like maybe footballers or people that are, like I said, driving a nice car. You think how to get that? You know what I mean? When you see someone driving a nice car, you want that lifestyle, isn't it? So, but ultimately, right now, today, the children, the youth, they have more opportunities than they had when we were at school. Simple that. You can't tell me nothing about that. They have more than what we did. Because back in there, we didn't have mobile phone. Back then, do you remember Yellow Pages?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Ask a kid 87 if they know Yellow Pages, but they don't know nothing about that. So we had a hard life, I mean. So they have more opportunities. So I don't hear nothing about physical health. I don't hear nothing about no youth. No youth can come and tell me that. Do you know what I mean? They have physical health for them. It says like, now everyone leaving school with qualifications. I think that the qualifications, they've gone down. They're trying to improve confidence, but that's confidence for another day anyway. Because every year you get all the kids get 9 9 really like you mean these students are more clever than us? I don't think so. But like I said, I think nowadays the children, the youth, have more than what we did, technology wise, just life in general, more opportunity to do things. There's so much stuff out there for youth programs. We didn't have that when we grew up. You know what I mean? Like kids, they can go to school, they can get a job 16, 17, get more money than we did when we were 16, 17. Back in the day, you remember back in the day it was like £5.50, like that's minimum wage. What's minimum wage now? Like £10, £11. So they have more than us anyway. Yes, of course, cost of living's gone up, but they have more opportunity. That's what I'm saying. So now is the best time for any youth, but we're black, so we're black people. And now is the best time for any youth. Yes, There are other grey areas that need to improve 100%, 100%. But it is a better time, 2025, 21st century, to be black. Yes, I stand by that. Bam, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's what we like. Yeah, regardless of what side of the fence, stand on it. Yeah.
I'm standing on my side of the fence. Hardcore. Yeah, man.
In the interest of keeping it precise, before we move on to the next topic, I still want to bring it back to the
twins.
Response to the twins. Yeah, how are we feeling specifically about the Hodge twins pulling up black media or media and identifying black actions and labeling them as just disgraceful to a white audience? How do we feel about that?
I think sometimes it come down to views. It comes down to wanting to be accepted. It comes down to maybe a trauma, something they could have gone through when they were younger. Something happened to them. They felt like they could have felt like a black couple or black person did something to them personally, right? And the white person helped them, and they're trying to think that because sometimes things happen when you're younger. The things that happened to us when we were younger, and we hold on to it like, oh, could that happen to me? I'm going to do this to some people. That could be that, It could be the fact that some people they may not see themselves as black. They may not see themselves black people. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I know they got a white mother, but I don't know if their father's white. I don't know. It could be the fact maybe they might have no male figure or a positive role model in their life when they're growing up, right? They had each other, right? But they didn't have a role model as a parent, a male figure in their life. Could be that, So so it's one of those things. And sometimes some people just a preference, right? Sometimes people preference, and sometimes you and I, we can go to a place, we might see someone who may look a bit, I don't know, maybe shady in inverted commas, right? And they may be black. Now, come on, now we know people. Come on, but we know like, oh, here we go. I'll cross the road. Can't know. Do you know what I mean? I just know. So, but we're not gonna voice it out because we just know to get out of there. Innit? Do you know what I mean? But what they're doing, they're voiced it, and that's what's really bad. So sometimes we have the same view, but we just don't. I'll never put another black person in that situation. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go and say, oh, here we go, black work. That's the music. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So I think they probably, I don't say they're lost, but they often have some kind of issues where they find some kind of internal trauma, I think, That's my 2 pence worth of it.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with the majority of what you said. In every period of black isms and schisms, there's always going to be black people who's going to be our detractors. There's always going to be ones that's going to sell us out. And
yeah, that's true. Very true.
But why is that? For their own gain? Why is that? Again, why does that narrative always repeat itself? And
I think one is because you want to be closest you are to the whiteness. But again, like Kofi said, it could just be their upbringing, that they're more closer to the white side than their black side. It could be that something has happened to them. Maybe their dad is a bum, and they're just like, you know what? Not even bothering with the black people. And some people just don't like. Some black people just don't like how black people are. We've got our own attitudes and our own things about us that can be annoying sometimes, as we spoke about before. And I think that some people just don't like being black.
Preach again.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm not even to be racist. They just don't like being black because of all that comes with it. Especially if you've got the stereotypical things happening that people keep regurgitating.
So, G, that same fact goes for all cultures, by the way. But yeah, we're talking black guys, because there's Caucasians who don't want to be Caucasian, Indians, Chinese, whatever. So that goes all cultures. But talk about but it's interesting, Kadeem, that your question was why, and that's a fantastic question, because the fact that why is more important as to the fact that we're even saying the question of I think Gabby, you started by saying there's always going to be some black people who just going to sell us out, right? So that's the question right there. There's always going to be some who sell us out, right? But Kadeem said, why is that? And that's a question and that's a funny thing, because that why is more important than the actual fact that war.
Yeah.
Because like why is that? Like why would you want to put your own people, your own person, someone who looks like you down? What is that? You know what I mean? But then like I said, you said, like it could be trauma, right? It's something trauma, then you feel empathy because they've obviously gone through something, right? It's something for likes. You're thinking that's a stupidity because you're getting at this for likes. Really, if it's something to get the bag, to get money, again, that's like ignorance. Like, you know what I mean? You're sending out your people to get paid money, really. But then also you think about, well, they get money to live, right? That's quite. I'm not amicable, but I get that because we all want a better life, right? No one wants to be poor. No one wants to be poor, right? So, and everybody, you put money for example, everybody will probably do something that they wouldn't do for money. Like let's know. I mean, we don't say I'll never do that for money, but some put £10 million in your bank account, there's a lot of things you probably would do. Do you know what I mean? So let's not hide from that. So I think the question why is very, very important as well, because and depending on what the answer is, it might make you feel differently about them, right? Let's say, how do we not know that they were abused by their father, who was a black man? So they will hate black men and black in general, right? So I mean, yes, they love their mother because the mother is sports. So it's something we don't know people going through. So we can look at the surface, as you guys use the word surface, right? We can look at the surface and say, oh yeah, that why send on your people? But you have to ask Kadeem, very great question. Why is it like that? Why are they doing that? What's happened for them to be that way, right? Because they're black, right? But if they're mixed race, maybe they're more in touch with their white side of them. I don't know. I don't know if they're mixed race or light skin, but let's say they're mixed race, then they'll be more touch with. It seems that more touch with their white side.
Whenever I watch them, right, I always thought they were light skin.
Okay.
But when I see the earlier videos, bro, they look mixed race.
Okay.
They look like those dudes, bro.
It's interesting. It's interesting because if the light shade, then often there's some kind of traumatic experience happening to them. If they're mixed race, they don't like, as you say, Gavin, they don't like the black side of them. They don't like the black side of them, and they want to be white. That's what it is. They're unfortunate, not unfortunate, but for them, it's unfortunate that they've got both cultures. I think, you know what I mean. So, but I love the question why. Because why is it? Why may make us adjust our thinking of them, kid. Maybe you might think differently about them if you know why that. Okay. You might not. You might still want to give them a fly kick, but you may think, okay, do I need to give them a fly kick or do I need to have to sit down and have conversations with them? Possibly, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, they also know that within their sphere of where they're at, right? Them being mixed race, you know, nearly black, whatever you want to call it, right? They know that that's going to outrage a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, how dare they? This is the reason why we've been talking about them now. How dare they?
Views.
Yeah.
Views. Right. Views.
And even if they took it all the way to the White House, bro, like they know exactly what their brand is. Yeah. They tried to be the normal guys, didn't work. So now it's outrage. Simple as that. You know, I was listening to some of their stuff that they've said before, and I'm like, nah, I don't even bother with them. I just put on, you know, you press that button that says don't recommend channel. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Move along, innit? Move along. I only let certain energies into my body, bruv. I don't watch all certain things. So I might watch it, maybe a little piece, but that's it. I don't, you know, it's all right. But I totally get what you're saying. But this rolls back into the other one though, the video I told you about that I sent in the group earlier on today. Yeah. We'll do the man them thing afterwards, yeah?
Yeah, go roll it.
But yeah, nice video. I like that still. Good convo. Yeah, good convo. Like everyone's got us going in the scope box, the one they want to stand on, you know what I'm saying? You know, all right, let me do this thing. Let me see if I can find this thing now. Hold on. All right, no, that's not it. That's that one. Okay, so this is my section here. This video is from the Shadesborough, and this video, I just saw the video yesterday, and I was like, wow, this is deep. But then I just ticked off it. I didn't bother leave a message, I don't think. Because again, I don't like hearing these views. Yeah, it's just me. Yeah, everyone to their own, but just me, I don't like hearing these views. And it was more unnecessarily, all right, everyone to their own. You got to have your view, everyone to their own, right? But it was just the veracity. I just kind of, you know what I'm saying? But again, we don't know what he's been through. We don't know whatever, in it. And we're going to play the video. Some people may have seen this video already. If you have, I apologize. But this guy is named Ginja Jay. He's got a ginger beard. All right. So here we go.
Black man, ginger hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's not albino? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Nah, that you want to no. Here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you got taught like a man.
That's why they were cheating on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your place.
Cheated on you multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know.
you're
And that's
putting
why
no one
I'm
in
never
their
going to be in your
That's
pom-pom
why you
ever
have to go
again.
and dip out
Yeah,
the pool
I'm not with
because
black
you
women
control
because you don't like to
nobody.
get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Apologies.
where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot?
What kind of
Did she just shoot? Go. Where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair? Once you talk about black women, say you're on your own, my guy. You're on your own. I was with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. You know, he's trying to talk about how she's held him down and picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair, my guy, you was on your own. You're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah.
Why?
You have to deal with it by
Why?
yourself,
Why?
my brother. Take off your head,
triggered.
Where's your hair?
You're triggered.
Where's your hair?
That
I'm
was
triggered.
supposed to hurt.
I said I was
You're
triggered.
triggered.
Did I not say I was triggered? Where's your hair?
No.
Where's your hair?
Look at where's your hair?
Show me your hair.
No. He's
Show me your hair.
brave. He's
Show me your hair.
brave.
Take off your eyelash. Take off your eyelash.
You're pressed.
Take off your makeup.
You're pressed
I'll
because
bring
you got
watch this.
cheated on one, two, three, four.
Where? Watch
1,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Jumped it.
And I'll bring my natural hair Indian woman in here now.
And then what?
she looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your bro.
But the crowd was silent. The crowd
Out
was
here with
silent.
fake hair, fake
The crowd was silent.
All right.
All
All right. So I can admit I didn't watch the whole video because they'll have a bit about take off your hair. I was like, ooh. All right. First off, what's your reaction to this? What's your first initial reactions to it?
This is like the stuff you don't want to watch. This is like, you know, if you're in a restaurant or if you're on a train and someone's blowing up on a phone or it's going on in the corner and you don't want to watch, but you can't turn away. You know, it's not your business, but you like, just like, what's going on? I feel uncomfortable to even just watch the video because why are you so angry to start off with? Like, maybe I have to come behind to, I wonder, is there something that we've missed? Is this been set up in a way to make this guy look bad and we've not seen a big load of backstory? Because why are you so angry? What happened to justify the anger? I don't understand. Like you say, he's obvious, like you said, he's triggered. And like you said, there's obviously things maybe he needs to hit the I don't know. His comments are strong.
I think it's interesting the fact that he's very strong on his preference. And like I said, that I have no problem with any man, anybody, any human being. This is my preference. I like women with blonde hair, blue eyes. That's your preference. That's fine. But I think the issue is when you're then disrespecting someone else because they're not what you want. That's the only thing I don't get from it. So all of that stuff by the head of it. Yeah, I can't stand when that black guy can find it. You just like the preference is fine. That's fine. You like it. You like who you like it. But I think he just started getting personal about her hair, whatever. You know what I mean? And like I said, maybe it's this trigger because I didn't. He can talk about black women, but his mum's black woman as well. Like, I assume his mum's black woman as well, right? Do you know what I mean? So that's what I don't get. But then my issue has been also because he mentioned about the reason he doesn't date black women because you can't put them in place. And when he said that, the black woman just started raising her voice, and then it kind of played into exactly what he's saying into because as a black woman, defend yourself, all right. But for me, I'm kind of person like this. I think the most beautiful thing is when a woman can hold herself. That's not raising her voice. That's me. I mean, because I think women, you can defend yourself, you can say anything, but the moment you start shouting, the moment you can't lose that kind of femininity for me personally. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense? So it would be beautiful if she had just let him talk and said, "Are you finished now? Can I say my gun?" That was the finish more. But the fact that she's attacking him, he was fighting back, and he's a guy. You know what I mean? So everyone's thinking like he because I don't think he because I think he was just challenging her and saying like, because you're talking too much. That's why and she get going on. You see all that women there, they were laughing, they're thinking whatever, but they weren't talking. So it just made her doing too much. And my opinion, that's all. You know what I mean? So that's the other thing for me. I think sometimes some women, there's a way that you can defend yourself, defend your confidence without having to raise your voice and be like a man. Because you're not a man. Because then you're always gonna you're being too aggressive as a woman. Then that's when he can talk about Yeah, that's what I mean. Why black women all this kind of thing, because you're playing into his narrative. If that makes sense. I mean, so that's what I got from that. That's what I got from that. For when she started going back and forth, because there's no need for her to go back and forth. Because sometimes you can allow someone to be angry, and then you don't say anything back. You won the argument. But the fact is, when you start chatting someone, you're both just chatting nonsense. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I feel.
Go on, Kadeem.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like the energy that she is. So, okay, for my first point, I'm gonna respond to you completely there, because your first point in terms of when he said about putting the women in their place, yeah, like, and that all the black, that's when everybody dropped up, and I think that was the serious trigger point for probably women in the video.
100%,
I don't think
100%.
men are gonna, like you say, men are gonna pick up on things well past that, but I think women are fuming at that stage. And quite rightly so, because the challenge with it as well is that, like, I don't really understand. There's not really an issue with what he's saying. The issue is the way he's delivering what he's saying and the fact that he's not providing more details. Yeah. So like, I want to understand. I want to understand without him screaming. Like, because this is just, it's insane. It's very difficult to have a conversation with somebody who's that elevated and off their baseline. Yeah. But what place is it that you want black women to be at and in? Because, like, again, is that, again, like, you're correct, because, like, you brought up a dynamic that I didn't necessarily see. Like, does she need to be arguing this guy? Really? Does she need to be presenting like this big hardback masculine energy madness? Do we need to be meeting fire with fire in this instance? Or actually, you're right. Like, should she have been more feminine and just been like, are you done now? And actually display more intelligence as opposed to the animalistic nature of it. And so by being so animalistic, this, which is then perhaps construed as passionate, but then not feminine, maybe.
Yeah, let me. The reason I say that is because no woman is going to look at that man and think, oh, he's attractive, he's been a masculine. But women be more attracted to him because he's been more of a man, right? But no man certainly is not going to be attracted to a woman who raises her voice. Simple. Some women like a man who can be like, yeah, he can not fight a woman, but some women will find it quite attractive. Not attractive, but a man to be a man because he's like, you know, tending that woman by himself. I mean, but no man can be like, yeah, I want to be that woman because she can talk. No man. I said no man. There's two types of.
Don't say no man. Most men.
Most men. There's most men. There's two things that I think they find a turn off in a woman. A woman who's respectful and a woman just like too like loud like that. I mean, it's just a turn off. It's just a turn off. I mean, a woman you can just be like, if a man is coming at you like that, just be quiet. Just be quiet.
So you don't like the fact that her defense was offense?
Say it again.
You don't like the fact that her defense was offense. You think her defense was too offensive?
Yes. Yeah. Because for me, like I said, because I think I explained it. I think there's a way you can argue a point without being aggressive, without going toe to toe. Because a woman, you're not going to win an argument, are you? It's just because then it's getting the fact that then she'll get like a bit silly about it, because he was like going proper, and she's like, oh, it's almost like the point that she's almost sounding a bit like a schoolgirl, like arguing with a big grown man. So I mean, it's like she's gone to that level where she doesn't need to. That means she doesn't need to. You know what I mean? And I think for me, I don't know, maybe someone will feel like I sound like a male chauvinist, but I just feel like certain women, it's like you can always be like, I just feel like women can always be like, you can always be attractive and be feminine and be strong and be quiet. You know what I mean? You don't have to feel like you're going against a man. Because if a woman's going against a man, she doesn't have to be masculine to do that. She can still be feminine. That makes sense.
All right. So to your point, then you agree with what he's saying then? Because he's saying he doesn't like black women because they're too aggressive, they're too hard, they're too.
No. That's not what he said. He said he doesn't like it when. No, he said he doesn't like it when black women, they don't know how to stay in their place, and we all disagree.
Feminize himself and be whatever. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, this disagree place. But I think, but the moment she said that, she just went start. She because she got out of her chair. And she's like, you know, I think then she kind of proved like.
Yeah, but remember he said, but remember before that he antagonized them by saying, shut up and sit down or something like that. That antagonized him.
I don't necessarily agree with how he delivered it, but like I said before, it's his preference and what type of women he likes, right? I mean, so, and I guess he is probably saying that the type of black women he's met, they are are not for him because of those things, the issue. I don't agree with what he said because I don't see it that way. I mean, but what I'm trying to say, the fact that she just started to argue with him, she kind of like fell into what he dislikes of black women, if that makes sense.
Is there some disrespect to other women in his comment by saying that black women out of women are the ones that can't be put in their place?
Yeah,
implying that is there some again, because there's that other narrative and dynamic that like so he's gone to the Asian race.
But over 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
100%, right? Because over he said that he doesn't blame black women because, right? So so the fact that I guess that
he's met somebody who's docile and nice and
that's all black women, isn't it?
And we'll revere him.
But for him, exactly. So he's been disrespectful. But then is he being disrespectful or is he telling her that's his preference? Because are we saying that is he being disrespectful when he says that he has a preference? That's more of a question. Then.
Or is he just explaining or expressing his lived experience? Because actually, if all the black women he's met have been this hostile towards him, then maybe it's just his lived experience, maybe. But at the same time, it was really it's hard to defend him at all, and not to say that he should be defended at all. I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but I think he was so angry, and the statement was so bold. I don't bait black women. It was there's no discussion here. There's no like, okay, cool, let me invite you to talk, and then I listen to what you're saying.
He went off.
Understand? Yeah. He was just going off, and like, there's only so much you want to hear. Like, you know, like, well, hold on a sec. Like, okay, if that's your view and your view's not looking to change, I don't need to hear any more about that. So I can kind of understand why these sisters are kind of kicking off because. Bro, like, why are you now telling me? I think what I don't like is that he's talking about you need to take off your makeup, you take off your hair, you take off your eyelashes because he's Asian girl, them gonna have the long, nice hair and gonna have no, like it's because every race is where every area of the world, everybody's got their own beauty enhancements, cosmetics, and all kinds of things that they use as makeup. So you can't just be like again. I don't really understand. It seemed quite personal.
It
was uncomfortable.
But Kadeem, sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah.
You said something there that was so pivotal. I think beforehand, because first of all, we I think the video played from where we saw it from, right? So we can't get back to it. And I think before you asked me before, I think you want to know where had it come from, where it happened. And we talked before our previous topic, it could be some kind of trauma. And you said it a blip. Now, maybe the kind of women he dated before in the past, something's happened that he doesn't. Because this is all about some of these things, we look at these things and it's like where they get surface, right? The surface level, but it's come from somewhere, right? It's come from somewhere. You know, we don't know. Maybe he had a bad relationship with his mother. He could have been, I don't know, something happened to a black woman he dated before. He's had bad experiences. I mean, so when you have bad experiences, you tend not to go back there, right? So, and we as black men, we're here now thinking, what's trying to say? But sometimes if we don't know someone's story, you don't know where they're coming from. You know what I mean? And over there, he's and you're right, he's coming from a place where he's triggered, he's angry, and he's playing into that narrative of like black men being quite aggressive in it. You know what I mean? But then she felt again. I come back to her because she fell into that same because she was just giving the same masculine energy he was giving to her. She was giving masculine energy. She's a female, so and I get she's defending herself. She's defending black women. That's fantastic. I get all of that, but there's a way to do that. Well, like I said, there's a way to do that. Like a black man, as a man, you don't need to go and fight a black man. Be strong to be a man. You can fight someone and be strong without fighting. So sometimes it's how you deal with certain things. I mean, you know, you don't have to prove yourself by going out of the norm. If that makes sense, you know. But it's a great question, Kadeem, because I think sometimes we need to think about why not look necessarily they say that he's triggered, right? But why is he triggered? Why is
I think that defense,
why does it feel that way?
I think that defense, and not to necessarily say that they're right or wrong, but that defense that they have is historical defense that they have from, you know, being attacked in general. Do you get what I'm saying?
The black women,
black women, yeah, and black men. What I'm saying, this guy is obviously. I'm team natural. I'm team natural. So I'm like, so I understand what you're saying about the hair and thing. No.
Yeah.
I see he's coming from. I totally see where he's coming from. Everybody else have their own view, whatever. My thing is just, bro, you did all that, and then Just stay on the rock you're on. If you got your Indian girl, just be happy with your Indian girl. You don't have to protest to everybody that you don't like white black women because of da. Just keep that to yourself and whatever in it, and move. You know what I mean? But we don't know what the conversation was before. Clearly,
we don't know. Yeah,
clearly someone riled him up and whatever. We don't know what happened.
Sure.
So it's an episode as well. I don't know what the episode is, what the program is or whatever. So maybe a teeny bopper or a female will come and tell me at some point. I'm going to play one of the ladies' response or retort to them watching the episode. Okay. And how she deals with him. Yeah. I want to focus on the way that how she deals with him. Okay, judging by the way what you said about the aggressive and the thing. Now, also before I play it, I want to apologize for the swears in this video. I did not make the video. Yeah, but I'm playing.
You don't be sued in it.
Yeah, don't want to be sued, just so no one can complain, right? But we're just looking at the way that she deals with the brother. Yeah, where she deal with the man. Okay, and obviously he's had time to see the responses online and how how it's looked as well. So let's see how he responds to it as well. All right, here we go. So we share that one. All right, we're going that way in there. All right, here we go.
Can I ask a question? But when was this episode filmed?
Oh, in the summer.
So in, let's say 6 weeks, you knew this was kind of calm. You knew the conversation and altercation.
Yes. Oh, I knew. So obviously I could have said, oh, don't release the video. It's going to make me look bad and all of these things and where. But then I'm not the only person there. It's not just about me. There's 10 of us all together.
No, I wasn't even going to tell you to do that. 'Cause I think God exposes people for how they feel.
Right, so just as we go on, yeah, this guy has a social media presence, so he does videos and skits and stuff on his own. Yeah. This is probably why he got that thing on the program in the first place. Yeah.
Feel for real anyway, so it would have come out. It would have got dropped. Somebody would have dropped it. Anyway, I think the episodes now come out. I don't know if they give you a scheduling of when it drops. I don't know how their scheduling works. It's obviously dropped yesterday. I feel like, first of all, coming on here, big L. You're always going to take the L because you know people are looking to just cuss you. Because me, I saw the clip. I said, look on this blood clot, boy. Look on this fucking, look on some real ass clot, man. Yeah?
Facts, Blanco.
And then I sat down, and then it's ironic because a couple days ago before this dropped, I saw that clip of you and your girl being silly in a little corridor. It came up on my explore page or whatever, right?
Yes.
And I was even thinking, I don't follow you, but I was like, you know what? My love how the man come out of jail. Am I doing thing? Am I getting like a recognition? Yeah, man, me are cheering at the corner. I saw you with the girl, and I never at any point of the video thought, nah, he's with the Asian thing. There's no hate on that. I said, the man look happy. The man look glowy. The man look like him good. So then to see this like literally like 72 hours later.
It's disappointing.
It's very it's so like I'm over disappointed to see it because I've been cheering and I'm sure there's a lot of people.
All right, Blanco, I'm so happy you broke it down like this. So let me tell you lot this, right? To everybody I've disappointed, I genuinely apologize because this is a bad connotation of me and a bad representation. At the same time, without a but, I was a triggered man and I acted out of my head. So to everybody that feels like Blanco, I genuinely fucking.
So this is what I'm gonna say to you, and everyone's going round and round, and I understand we all have our different ways and how we feel. But what I'm gonna say to you, if you really want to make a change, and when I say change, it's not going to be for the public because we're not going to see, even if you put out a mad statement and say, you know what, I feel bad, blah, blah, because realistically, we already want to punch you up. But what I'm thinking now, going forward, go to therapy, my guy, because you see, when I watched that little clip, the way he was angry, the way that's your automatic response to a black woman, knowing you came from a black woman, was concerning. I've got a son and I would punch up my son if I knew he was out here and every time he gets triggered or upset, he can't control his emotions and his first thing is, I'm going to step on you as a black woman in the world we live in. That's where I'm looking at it. That's how I see it. So for me, I would tell you, you don't have to even hide from the net. We've been your...
I'm not hiding. I can't.
Yeah? I know. You can't hide it. It's the reality. The world's not doing what I would tell you to do... Hold on. What I would tell you to do, go and start working on your shit so that it doesn't repeat, not necessarily even on screen, just even in your personal space. In your own world. For you to grow, you need to go and sit down talk through the things that have hurt you, talk through the things that have damaged you. And I'm not even saying this on a fuckery. You've been
Guys,
in
I
many
don't
years,
hate
yeah.
myself.
So
You
how
need
many
to stop
bad
talking
black
about
guys
hate
did you
myself.
date anyway? Because you've been birded off. Do you understand?
Man,
So
so-
my thing is, go and sit and talk to somebody about whatever those things were that have caused you to have this view and put us in these rose-tinted shades. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
But you know
Because
what
I've
as
had
well,
bad
Jay?
experiences with black men, but let me tell you something. I know I'm going to end up with a black man. My husband is going to be a black man. I'm going to say that straight. I've been hurt by them, but I've had to learn to heal. I've had to learn to grow. I have a black man in my house in the future. I've got to be able to walk with my head held high. I can't turn around and say, let me be a shit mum and throw all of my trauma on you because your dad weren't shit or your uncle ain't shit or my ex weren't shit.
She's not shouting. She's not shouting.
This is where I need you lot as men to stand up and be men. Do you understand? And it hurts. It hurts. Because
you
you
know
will be
what,
the same
Jay,
one
you got-
here trying to show you. There ain't no Asians in this damn box trying to tell you how to step up and be better. It's the black women here that are trying to lift you even when we want to keep you down. So I need you to take that.
Blanco, 1 second, not even that, Blanco, yeah? You're out here making your mum look crazy as well, because people in the comments are asking about questions about your mum. Do you understand what was your upbringing like? And I totally agree with what Blanco is saying. You've been raised by a black woman. You might need to go therapy for real, because it is very, very triggering to hear it and watch that behavior.
I'm not even telling you to do this to be with black women, because the bottom line is, like the ladies have said before me, the preference is your thing. Do your thing. I have no hate. Hence why I said when I saw the video, I was like, my guy just looks happy. Love that for him. But let me tell you, I want you as a black man. I want better for you. Because
All right.
Yeah, you know, it's beautiful, but I think Kadeem touched on a little bit as well, saying that, you know, maybe like sometimes in any situation it looks bad, right? But until we find out what's happened, where's it coming from, right? I think Kadeem said that, you know, how many women did he go out with that just done him bad? I mean, because there's a reason why I do this, and I mean, and I love what the black woman said that sometimes, like, you know, yeah, it's like sometimes your own people want you to do well. We don't care who you're with, but just don't disrespect black people. If you look at a white person, just don't respect when you're climbing that bridge or climbing the ladder to say, just don't step on black people. You get there, you know what I mean? You know, whatever your social ladder may be. So it's interesting because I think we all agree in that it's obviously some kind of, and therapy. It's funny because I mentioned that, you know, and as I said, sometimes with him, there's obviously something that's happened. Like he's like that now. You know what I mean, he's apologized for his actions, whatever. But if there's obviously some kind of triggered him to, like, you know, where, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. Something's happened. You know what I mean, you know, I mentioned, you know, like, you know, this doesn't look good on him or even his mother because his mum's black. So if you hit a black woman that much, you can't hit your mum. You know what I mean? So or maybe he does. I don't know.
Maybe he does.
I think that makes me when his response, when he said, "I'm sorry, I was triggered." Yeah. That says to me there is an underlying level of hatred towards black women, because to be triggered by that to that degree of physical kind of presenting upset and imbalance and dysregulation of emotion, I would argue, or he would have to really argue himself out of the paper box that would, if 10 black women were all persecuting him at a time in that situation, because there was only one loud and proud one. If there were 10 like that, I think he would have punched someone up. I feel like something would have been thrown, or he would have boxed somebody up. Because again, that level of rage times one. Again, we don't know what's going on, but what we do see is what we see in it. And it was one person responding to how he was acting, and he wasn't calming down. He was getting, if anything, more personal and more aggravated.
I think it was, yeah, I thought that one, yeah.
In it. So, like, where's it going?
What I want to focus on is how the way she dealt with him, though, in this conversation.
What, in terms of it being hostile as well? Again, another chance to re-traumatize him. Of course, I respect the only part of respect that, because I think he must have been responding to the comments. He must have been on a live stream at the time because we were seeing it, because he said she's not angry, she's just passionate. Because I think people might have been looking to see that.
Yeah,
but
I don't feel she was swinging.
But at the same time, but for this man, yeah, for somebody who has clearly had an unhealthy or traumatic experience with black women,
yeah,
this is not another positive experience, is it?
No,
This
but
is not
what,
one
but
that's
no,
going
but
to
what she
repair
was
that.
saying was, what she was saying was that we're all here trying to hell you up, not tear you down. That's what she's trying to say.
No,
We're
that was
trying to
in
hell
there.
you up.
That was in there.
Yeah.
As much as
That
that he
beautiful.
needs
That
to go to
beautiful was said
therapy.
that.
That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was,
I'd say
yeah.
It was.
No,
it
here
was.
to tell
It
you up.
was.
Then there's no Asian lady here to come and hell you up. We're all here. Even though you said,
Yeah.
even though you said what you said, we're all here to hell you up.
For sure.
And I can imagine that she probably saw it the same as us and thought, oh my gosh, and probably want to say many different things. But I feel she could have went in a totally different. If it was totally aggressive, I don't think she would have. I don't think she would have reached for the you need to do some therapy. You need to whatever. I don't think she would have reached for that. It would have been, how dare you? It would have been you can't talk about women's hair. You know what I'm saying? If it was totally aggressive like that.
Can I just let me say something? Kadeem, you know what? I mean, I get where you're coming from. I really do. But I'm just gonna throw this up in the air, yeah? If you catch it, you catch it. If it drops, it drops. I don't think he hates black women. I think he has a preference. I don't think hate, because you're using. I mean, you said it. Now it's a thin line. It's thin. The line is thin. I ain't gonna lie, it's thin. But I don't think he hates black women. I think.
How thin is that?
Sorry.
How thin is that?
It's thin, bro. It's thin. You know, it's the thin line. Because the reason I said it, because I think it's more of just a preference, because hatred is a big word. You know what I mean? I know some people just, we took the top before, isn't it, about the hatred for your own person. I don't think it's that. I think he loves black women, but I think it's his preference for white women. That's fine. But I think that's his preference. The preference is, if someone has preference, it's just a preference. And just something happened there. I mean, there's a reason why they preference, but it's not hatred. That's what I'm gonna say. And then G, I'll say as well that there's something in that when she said, we want to see you win. Do you know what I mean? Because a black person winning, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. A black win is a win for all of us. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a win for all of us. You know what I mean? So, and it's quite nice when, yes, you're right, Gavin. She could have come at him like, you can't go something like that. His benefit, she's just trying to like help him. You know what I mean? And also, I think she's trying to understand maybe like, it's the therapy that he needs, right? So when someone needs therapy, you know that you empathize, you know that, okay, they're saying that from a place of hurt, right? Saying from a place where they come from. They're not. I don't think he personal at that woman is per se. It looked like it, but I don't think personal to her. It's just she's happened to talk back. I mean, I'm one dead one, but so sometimes we can look at things a bit more differently. You know what I mean? Like, we're both in a field where we help youth, right? Sometimes we have to hear certain words. What is someone saying to ask them what they mean, right? You know what I mean? And we have to be able to. Where I think us, as in three of us here, I think we're a little bit experienced in that sense, to work with youth and work with people going through traumatic kind of reasons, right? But yeah, I think I don't think it's a hatred for me in that sense, and I think it's more in the sense like he definitely needs to be open to the therapy, and I think how she spoke to him a level where it's like, okay, you know what, yeah, you could have come at me differently, you could have said this, that, and quite rightly so, by the way. But she came at him differently, more love. Her voice was slightly raised a little bit, but it wasn't from a place of anger. It's more like passionate. I like the word passionate.
It was more assertive and passionate.
Yeah.
But also as well, she said about the fact that she had to work on herself.
Yeah.
So she's showing accountability, which you don't necessarily. You don't hear women talking about the fact that whatever, unless sometimes you do. You hear them different, but oftentimes it's because they had to do it over years and years and years and years and years.
There's something beautiful about that. There's something beautiful about that. Remember, I said before. There's something beautiful about a woman who can take accountability, a woman who's respectful, and a woman who's just feminine. That's three qualities that makes beautiful in a woman. Yes, you can look like Rihanna, blah blah blah. But if you haven't got any of those three, then it's not gonna work out for me. Do you know what I mean? So but equally as a man, it's like respect yourself, respect someone else. Be a man, but don't be dominant. So you're like woman fears you. You know what I mean? At the same time, you know what I mean. But treat your woman as a queen, whoever she is.
Because
you know
he could be assertive like how she's been assertive. We didn't have to go to the level that he went to.
Sure.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean? Go on.
I want us to think about if this took place in a pub or bar, and he was and there was no recording, and it was what it was, it would be what it was. Yeah, and I say that because the only reason why he was having this conversation with his sisters was damage control. I truthfully don't think his opinion will change. And I truthfully think it would probably a lot of gritted teeth and bitten tongue to allow this black woman to tell him that he needs to go to therapy. Because I again, why I say that, and I come back and I'm gonna battle you on this one, Kofi, the hatred, because that when the ice is that thin, I'd ask it's might as well not be there. Yeah, because he starts off so passionately and so, like I said, there's no shifting his mindset. Like I said, it's about preference, but is it preference or is it hatred? Because he was so clear that he would never date black women. Like, remember, that was the riling subject, and he kept on stressing that point to start with. And so like that in itself was like, whoa. And then the fact that he went on into doubling down and going into why and supporting other races, and then bringing down the race, in terms of the look, the ideology, like to me, that's like, again, like, I agree with you, it's very thin, but to the stage where it's thin with some cracks. And and that was so passionate and so pure and organic. That's what I'm saying. That was the truth. Yeah, nobody is that passionate about something they don't truly believe. So to then see him a few hours later coming up with this, I'm going to sit here and do a public apology or allow people to ask me questions about what just happened, I think it's pure PR and damage control. Because again, if it was in a pub and it wasn't his career that was on the line, he wouldn't be entertaining this. He would still be saying, "Who do you think you are? Who do you want? Where's my Asian thing?"
Are you sure?
I think, prove me otherwise.
We can't.
Yeah.
I think that you're saying that also people can't change. People can be in a certain way where you're angry, you're volatile in a moment, because that's how you feel in that moment. But you can have time to reflect. You can have time to, like, you know what, maybe I came a little bit too far. You can have moments like, right, okay, I could have acted differently. Do you know what I mean? You know? And that moment we could because remember, because also when she starts talking to him, obviously that happened a while ago, right? And obviously he may still have preference to non-black women, but definitely how he spoke to that woman, he probably has reflection on that. Do you know what I mean? You know, he may not, but I feel he can, because we have to believe, and I think we have to believe that people can be who they are, but also change as well, right? Because you're saying it's like he can never change. You're saying like that's how, because you're saying like you just feel like he's public, and I don't think so. I think, like, you know, he said what he said, we meant it, but also, like I said, I still think it's more of a preference thing, and he can change. So, G.
It's okay. Sorry. I want you to get your point out, because
okay, I'll just I'll literally just saying back to Kadeem that I just think that, you know, first of all, are you sure that he's like that? Because I feel like, you know, he's had time to reflect, and, you know, and people can change how they act to certain things. I mean, we have to believe that they can change. That's what therapy is for, right? You have to believe that people can look back and say, oh, you know what? Because we talked about before about the youth, right? If you can't go through life doing crime, and thinking, oh yeah, because at a certain point you're gonna get caught or in prison or worse, right? So then something got shifts at some point, right? I mean, otherwise,
when they're banged up in the cell with
right,
Boris,
exactly. 9 times out of 10, when people go in prison, they realize, yeah, you know what, maybe that course of lying wasn't the best thing for me to do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they might come out still be a bad man for a little bit, but eventually they know it's the wrong thing to do. In this guy's case, it's like, yeah, maybe it's like I said, because I think they said maybe a few weeks had gone past, and he could take. I said he could. I remember he could, as I said, he could have taken it off, isn't it? So sometimes you could do things like the funny thing, I think that if I'd been in a pub and it wasn't a film, he probably would have not done so much, because people are watching. I mean, maybe
you would hope, but then if you saw this guy in a pub going off on black women like this, what again? How is that gonna? Would we go over?
And he's got ginger hair and all sorts.
He's got ginger hair, like, again, yeah, like.
So what's this guy on?
Right again. So like, that's madness.
That's more of an interesting question. What would I do if I saw another black man having a go? I mean, I thought it depends.
To that degree,
I suppose it depends because remember, she's going at him as well. I might be like,
But is she defending herself because you see him as the primary aggressor?
Yeah. Because it's almost like maybe that might Bonnie and Clyde, that might be how they all the time. Like who am I to know that? I mean, but also would I get involved because it's my business? But would I get involved if I see a black man having a gun at a black woman? But I don't know. But because she's getting angry back, it's like she's used to it.
You leveled it out. You leveled it out, yeah. So boy, jumping in, leveled it out. But one, this is what I want to put in here. Just before I go on to the next one, right? Is what about the conversation he might have had with his Asian girlfriend?
Damage control. You need to let some time pass. Do you know something that frustrates me?
But you think you may have said that actually? You're kind of you know what spoke about. We said women plural, innit? We weren't talking about denominations. We were saying women plural. Do you think she probably said actually you're basically disrespecting women in general?
Yeah, because I think that's what I said. Going back to my earlier point,
not the real you. Blah, 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 blah.
The point of being put in your place is incredibly disrespectful to black women because they can't be controlled, and incredibly disrespectful to all other race of women because they are just puppets and they can. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So like, you understand?
They can. They're more likely
I see it from that point of view now. I get that. I see it from that point of view now. Okay, yeah. Okay. So maybe that's a question. So maybe that is him being a narcissistic. He just could be a narcissist. He someone wants to control, and that's another conversation altogether, isn't it? You know, I never thought of it from that point of view. Do you know what I mean? Because all I heard was that I prefer my woman like this. You know what I mean, yeah. So that's something else interesting. That's another interesting fact. Maybe he's someone that a woman needs to be put in place. But the question is about why does a woman need to be put in place? What is it about your self-esteem that you need to control women? What's happening with you? Why do you need to?
Which may be the reason why she got so defensive. Because like, why are you being so like?
Why is it like this?
You need to control me. Like, why do we need to be beholden to you? When you're, and especially when you're demonstrating that you're not even something to be beholden by the way your actions are. Like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, before we go on to another subject, I want to play this video, right? This video is from 2008, right? You may have seen it, may have not, right? It was when Facebook was just licking the heights, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to be on there." Yeah. This interview is a legendary interview. Okay, this is the precursor to what we just watched. This brother we just saw now is a distant relative to this man.
Okay.
Pull on. Okay.
Yo, there's got some images in it. I'm not responsible for the videos. Put my disclaimer out there for the images in this thing. So if there's anything distasteful, I'm very, very sorry. I'll try and blur it out when I go to editing. But yeah, just letting you know. All right.
I'll be nothing bad to see, man. Don't like seeing gory stuff, man.
No. I don't think gory, but the first image is a bit.
I'm here for it all. Let's chop it up.
I know. You're not offended. You're not offended, but other people are offended. Yeah. All right.
Kadeem is uncensored, boy.
Yeah, I love it. But you're not everybody else, Kadeem. Okay, thank you much. All right, all right. And those of you who hear this stuff, hope you don't get offended by what we're putting in. We just set up for the debate. Please share, like, and subscribe and comment. Put your views in the chat. Let us know how you feel about what we're talking about, particularly where Kofi's talking about. Because Kofi, no, I'm joking. No, particularly what we were talking about, not Kofi, because Kofi's a dude. It's a Don one. Here we go.
Philippe on the line in Notting Hill. Hi, Philippe.
Oh, hello.
Morning. So you're talking about black girls and their attitude to white girls.
I am, yeah. I mean, I find that black girls are very bitter. In the ones I know, and I know quite a few.
What about the calls we've had today? Have you felt that our black female callers have been bitter?
Yeah, a little bit bitter, but I think because they know that maybe you're a white presenter, and obviously because of your relationships and stuff like that, I think they're toning down what they're saying quite a little bit. And I think also the black girls that listen to your show, and I think most people that listen to your show, they're a little bit more professional.
Right, just to say that at the time she was dating a black man at the time. Yeah, so that's why he's saying that.
And have more intelligence than the ones that listen to like Nick Ferrari and offer their comments on.
Damn well hope so too, Philippe. 100%.
Well, I hope so, yeah, because he sends me mad. But also, I wanted to say that that's a very good show, and it's my first time calling in.
Thank you, and welcome.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks a lot.
But yeah, also I think as well, me personally, I don't particularly find black girls attractive. I find a lot. I know a lot of my friends don't particularly find them that attractive either. You know, you do have the Beyoncés and the Halle Berrys, as you were talking about before. But they're quite few and far between. I think just on average, I think the average-looking white woman is more attractive than the average-looking black woman.
God, I find that so difficult to believe, though. Because there's some shocking-looking white women. If you just walk around, I mean, some absolute shockers, you know, and you know, and some shocking-looking black women, obviously, and then presumably at the top of the tree are the beautiful ones of both colours. I would have thought.
Yeah, but I think if you were to ask most men, well, I don't know, most honest men, I think they would tell you that I think most white women. Are more, on average, are more attractive than black women, and I think, I don't know if they're embarrassed to say so, but I certainly don't have any problems in saying so.
Right.
I mean, some of them, they have their hair. That guy from Kensal Green, was saying, you know, the weave, and yeah, that's true. The hair stuck to their head, and you know, they wear clothes and jeans which are far too small, and their hips, and it's just pushing out, and it's not nice. And then when they're kissing their teeth, and this whole attitude. It stinks, and it's not attractive at all. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why when they go to a club, no one cares about them. It's because, you know, maybe they need to upgrade their lifestyle and the way they act. I think that's one of the main problems.
Just checking, you feel comfortable using this sort of blanket term, they?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
because I'm trying to think of anything I've been to. I mean, yesterday, just for example, as I said, I was at this thing where, in my opinion, Jamelia was the best-looking woman in the room by a million miles. But there were also another award was presented by those two girls from EastEnders, which I don't watch, but two beautiful black girls, one very, very tall, one less tall.
The one that looks like a horse. Which one?
No, she didn't look like a horse at all.
There's one with a large head.
Did she have a large head? Not particularly. I didn't know who either of them were. One was very tall and one was small. Well, they were both kind of. Don't know.
Well,
Forgive me, don't watch it.
In EastEnders.
One was very tall, one was smaller. They both looked extremely sort of willowy and pretty, very, very slim, both of them.
The tall one is the one with the big head. I know maybe because you're BBC, you don't really want to offer your opinion.
She didn't have a big head. I don't think she had a big head. She was. I thought, who's that very pretty girl? And that's who she was. Something from EastEnders.
I've seen her. I've seen her in the flesh, and she has got a big head.
And I'm also thinking. I'm just thinking of random things I've been to. And if I recall, as for example, sort of Lovers Rock concert I went to, I don't know, last year or whatever, and there was some, as you quite rightly say, big black women with weaves stuck on the back and great big bums and, you know, size 22 jeans, skin tight. Yes, there definitely were. But there were also, you know, I'd say probably half or more, you know, tall and slim and beautiful, shining skin and you know, and lots with natural hair and some with very willowy figures. Just like if you went to something with white women, there'd be fat ones, short ones, and big, tall, skinny ones, and just like anyone else. I know
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I am telling the truth. I'm not just saying it to be nice.
Yeah, but that opinion is one that is held by a lot. When I do speak to a lot of my white friends, and you know, white girls that I do know, and they're like, oh, but you know, that girl's attractive, and the people that they're considering to be attractive aren't attractive. If they, you know, they maybe get a few points for not being obese, another point for, you know, maybe having all their limbs intact. That's about it.
Well, it's just because you don't fancy black women, full stop, do you? And that's it.
Not full stop. Like, you know, as I said, I find Beyonce attractive. I find Halle Berry very attractive and stuff like that. But these people in the minority. This isn't the majority. If you go and scoop up.
Yeah, but it's not the majority of white women. God, most white women don't look like, you know, Liz Hurley or blinking Sharon Stone. I wish we damn well did, but we don't.
I think most of them at least look average. I think most of them at least are an average, but I find most black women are repulsive.
I find that
nice at all. Repulsive, you know. Wow, that's a big word, but
no, but it's the truth. I'm
repulsive is a terrible thing to say.
And the next 20 callers say, "Oh,
And do you have a mum or sisters or cousins or nieces?
Yeah,
or...
my mum's very pretty. Yeah.
Well, she's not repulsive.
No, she's not repulsive. My mum's very pretty, but some of the other women in my family, you know, they're obese and.
Blimey, I hope they're not listening.
Well, I'm not really bothered, to be honest. And also, the other guy that rang before, the Rastafarian, his views do borderline on racist, and I think I don't find it acceptable because, you know.
What about your views, though? Yours are as extreme in the opposite direction as his are in his, and yours probably more offensive than his because you've been you've been so outspoken in your absolute loathing.
I know, but he's talking about, you know, people almost as if you sold out your entire heritage by wanting to be with a white woman. What's he saying?
Well, you know what he's saying.
I know what he's saying, but I don't agree with it at all. And I find most Rastafarians talk like that and really don't know what they're saying at all.
God, Philippe, I'm sure. I mean, I can see by the telephone lines that you have offended an enormous swathe of the population, and I'm not surprised. You know, if somebody said all white women are repulsive, imagine the calls, and you've said that about.
Well, the thing is, the calls will come in. However.
Tell me the truth. Are you being deliberately provocative, or do you?
No. I'm not doing a Nick Ferrari. No, I'm just being absolutely honest. I personally, I don't find them attractive in general. My friends don't find them attractive in general, and I think a lot of black men don't find them attractive in general.
Absolutely extraordinary. Thank you for the call. I mean, I asked the question. I didn't think, and that's the truth, I was going to get a call like that. If you're offended, I can only apologise, but obviously this is a platform for London. Philippe saying what he really thinks, but I through no planning at all. The next call on the screen is
right.
Wow.
So you see what I'm saying? Like,
you're right. You're right. When you said that the black Jin guy, like, is his distant cousin, isn't it?
He's a distant cousin, bro. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Every set of period of time, there's always someone that's gonna denigrate our people, and that's, you know what I mean?
It comes back again, that why, like, that was even what I don't even know. Like, okay, all right, fine. Let's start with the pros.
Remember I said though, there's some people that just don't like being black. They don't like it. And what he referenced at the beginning, all the big hips and the blah, 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 was everything he didn't like about
black women.
Being black women.
Oh, there's so many things to chop up there, because I don't even know where to start, man. I forgot. Did you like that? I forgot about that. Them points that he raised there about the tight jeans and the thick hips, and I don't understand. Like, that's not unique or exclusive to black women. There are other races in the world that wear undersized clothes and are large by default or by the dietary requirements of the area that they are growing up in. So, like, I don't think he does hate black people. Like, I don't think he's got a specific. I think there's almost a level of pride that he has in being black himself. Like he said, he thinks his mum's pretty. I don't think, and he even referenced that he's spoken to his black friends on this subject, and they kind of unanimously agreed or kind of come to this idea that they all don't think black women are attractive. So that's interesting in itself, because I don't support that to me. So some signs that he might like who he is, but the passion or the virality that he has for the ferocity he has to tell us how passionately disgusting black women are to him is fascinating.
There's something in that as well, Kidim, when he said that. Oh, I think you touched on a little bit that when he said, I think he didn't. I think he did frozen. I think you both frozen.
Well, I'm here.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. You both at the same time as well. Maybe
we're kissing you. We're like
it's me. No, when he said it's interesting, but when he said that some of his black friends for the same thing, so that makes me think as well. Sometimes you are who you are by who you hang out with. Association, right? Because you look at something. If all three of us hang out somewhere, and one of us did something that's off key, we'd have to be like, what's that about? But one of us will probably check you on it. Do you know what I mean? When people don't check you, you kind of think, should to eat? Because I guess he's got a mentality of people he's hanging out with. Because,
the easy way to look at it is the product of your environment.
Yeah, that's that. Clearly, right?
Gonna get in there,
clearly, that's what I mean. Because which is strange, right? Because then once he said, you can tell I'm a Brixton, isn't it? You said that, and that's the thing as well. You can tell, like, when somebody says something along the lines of, "Oh, yeah, the people I hang around with, that's what they think as well." It's like, so that's clearly what he thinks. I mean, but to say that all black women, and he even said his own family said, "I don't care what they think." I mean, like his own family,
he was going in.
I don't care what they think. But it's interesting. We say, "Oh, my mom's quite pretty," so he's got love for his mother, and I said, but every black woman is like when he says stuff like that, I find white
Beyonce and Halle Berry. He was like, Beyonce and Halle Berry. It's not all. It's just most. kind of what you were saying, isn't it? Like the majority. Whereas, like you said, white women typically, on average, they are
more better
attractive,
looking.
are more better. Yeah.
And the women that he chose were the lightest skin version as well. They
is
were like, you know what I mean? So they were even close to the white people in there.
Yeah. Beyonce had a bit. I would say they're like the epiphany of what black women, but yeah, that's concept another day. But I would say that's just me. That's a preference, really. Yeah, but I think sometimes it's interesting that he picked those two women in it because there's like I said, sometimes there's black women that they can kind of cross over into that kind of world. You know what I mean? But we know what I mean by that. Do you know what I mean? But it's just interesting when he said that. More white women are more. But this, I think this comes down to simply preference. It's preference. That's what it is. But then how he says his preference is what. No, like I said, I don't care.
Oh, Clean don't agree. Go on, Clean.
Yeah, no, I don't mind.
I'm gonna challenge. We're gonna pull it back to when he was talking about and even I think it was Vanessa herself was like surprised when he was like the black women. They are like the what was the word? Repulsive. And
that's a horrible word.
Yeah, that's a horrible word. And the other thing that I really don't think is correct is the idea that on a day-to-day, or if you just walk around the street, you see more attractive white women than you do black women. I argue we need to look at let's just get into this. Really, let's get into this. Yeah, that argument only stands to a certain age. Let's just stop it right there. Yeah, you got a 50-year-old white woman and a 50-year-old black woman. The argument is over. It's done. Yeah. So we're not doing this.
You're trying to say white people like they get old quickly.
We don't. Yes, we know. This is a fact. We know. The lack of melanin, the impact on the aging of the skin, the damage that we know. The things are there. So that's what I'm saying. We're gonna chop this up. Let's chop this up. That's not factual. If you're and then let's go to next areas that are diverse. So there's no diversity. And let's go back to our point about going up north where the sun doesn't shine. Yeah. What kind of quality of attractiveness do you think you're going to see from the majority white populace up there? You're going to see the same. You're going to see unhealthy. You're going to see, again, I don't understand. This guy's views are warped and untraveled, it sounds like. He's inexperienced and untraveled.
Just want to say everybody up north is not unhealthy.
No, yeah, okay. Just fire shots at
keep subscribers here. Keep subscribers and gain more. Yeah,
he doesn't want to damage his contract up in Scotland,
yeah. But this is it. There's that.
We love it, Glasgow. We love it.
Yeah, we
love it. We love it there. Yeah. If anybody wants
Manchester, Liverpool, we're up north. Everybody.
Blanket wash. But this is what I'm saying. Though. That's what the areas where there's less diversity. Yeah. If we were going to do that survey, go up there and ask the people of them towns, do they agree? You go and look on the streets, are people attractive? Or like, I'm going to use a term. Yeah. I'm only going to use half the term that has been coined. Yeah. At our barbershop. Yeah. About the state of UK men and women, obviously predominantly women because that's the way we slide, but men as well, because we recognize that one of the things that's an absolute joke is the amount of men that are able to make comments about a woman's appearance when not actually seeming to own a mirror themselves. All these like they don't train, they don't drive, they don't got no money, they don't have any family value, they can't cook, they can't be a father, they can't be a role model. Well, why are you talking about baddies 10 out of 10s and all these things there? Yeah, even Ginja Jay that we just see chatting about now, he still look like he need to deal with a diet, bro. Deal with the diet before you start screaming up. Maybe that will help you to regulate your emotion. Yeah, because should you be out here talking about the 10 of the 10 and talking about this race and denouncing the races of things when you yourself, is not a 10.
I know God's gift. Yeah. That's interesting. Because it's interesting that we didn't see what the guy looked like, right? As well, it's a good point. But then very, very good point actually. But then
I love to know what he looked like. Like even seeing that video, like in that sound bite for years and years and years. I would love to know what that guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because I
But
think
does it even matter? But does it even matter though? Because the words are still the words. The words are still
words are the words.
It's funny. It's funny. But you may, I don't know, maybe because some black women might look at it, okay, this guy's good looking guy. It could do. Looks is a big thing, you know. Let's look.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna if he was good looking, certain girl would be like, well, it's fine, he's good looking.
Yeah,
he's right. He's speaking truth.
A black woman will go out of a bad guy if he's good looking, then go out of a black woman will go out of a black guy if he's a bad boy, but he's got a good look with light skin. I mean, then go out of a good guy that maybe it's a 4 out of 10 look. You know what I mean? All day of the week. You know what I mean? So let's not think about look. But I would say
hence the bottom of my iceberg that I spoke about earlier.
Yeah, but it's okay. But again, we'll come to that because so this guy clearly, there's some kind of therapy needed. But you make a good point though. But maybe the area that where is he? But also, what's happened for him to feel that way? What's happened? Why does he feel that way? And could this be my favorite word? My word of the night. Could it just be preference? I mean, it's quite harsh. We say black women are repulsive, and white women are all looking. But I don't know about
Could it
that
just
one.
be that his family members are repulsive?
I don't know, because we're going back to one thing that I find really strange with that. Again, when you ask that question, Coach, it comes back to like 22 size jeans. Why is that connected to black people? Why is that got anything to? Because what? So you're saying if a white person or a Hispanic person wears tight jeans? No, because if a white person wears tight jeans, is it cool? These are the things I want to understand. He specifically was saying that on a black person because of their oversized thighs. But I want to understand is the issue with black people not wearing the size, and that's why he doesn't find it attractive, or is it women who don't dress for the correct sizes? Because these are two separate points. I'm interested in if a white woman doesn't dress for her size, if he will be as passionate to say that she is repulsive because of that, and then falls into the same category. Do you see? Because the same way that
I think with that, I think his issue is black women body-wise, if they have hips and bums and all that kind of stuff, right? That he doesn't like how it looks. He probably wants a woman that, if a white woman is probably more slimmer, right? And body-wise, he probably likes that kind of shit more. Or he may like it that it's a black woman or white woman, both the same shape, size 12, 40, whatever. Both with G, he probably like how it looks in the white woman more. And again, that comes down to preference, isn't it? That's what it is, So I don't think even size. I mean, although he did make black women more obese than white women, maybe it could be, maybe I don't know. Because Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels said that before. He said sometimes in West America, black women are more obese or more overweight than black women in America, for example. That's why a lot of them maybe are unmarried. What he said anyway, but that's considered another day. But I think it may come down to the preference of how he likes his women to look, size wise, how they look, hair. He's over attracted to blonde hair, blue eyes, that kind of stuff. He's not attracted to black women, black hair, So it's what it is, isn't it? But I'll be interested to know what he looks like. I'll be interested to know what he looks like. You're right. If he comes out looking like that, and he comes and looking like he's got teeth missing and it's got it's just spots in his face, bro, who you talking about? Really? Do you own the mirror? He could be a good looking black guy, but it just would be a shame because he's disrespecting black women in general, isn't it? So but this guy, he's just disrespectful to black women in general. So this guy probably more worse than the other guy, I think.
This guy's 100%. This guy, if that's the vote, this guy is worse. He is definitely. He wins the award. He's got the gold medal at the moment because again, we didn't get as deep. Ginja Jay didn't double down. Like I said, the language we didn't get. He didn't start to define. He didn't define what the place that black women should be in. I think if he did, he could have potentially have been worse because of his anger. What's going on here, and the contrast here is that this brother is calm. but graphic. So, but I think we would have gotten the same level, if not worse, from Ginja Jay.
Which is probably more worse, isn't it? It's more worse when someone like that, because it's like a serial killer, right? And they're very calm. That's the worst people, isn't it? You know what I mean? When the other guy's angry, so when someone's angry, you let them be angry. You just stay quiet and then calm down. You know what I mean? So if you go back and forth and keep going, this guy, because he's very calm and he's calm, he's articulate, he takes the time. You know what I mean? You know, when he says something, he'll have an answer back to it. So that's the worst, isn't it? So yeah, so this guy's a lot worse. Just, you know, but
my man at the end. I'm not being provocative. I'm just really sure. I'm just clarifying this. I'm not being provocative. I'm not trying to say the wrong thing. I'm just giving you my views.
My views.
Yeah, I'm just my views. And he also said, I don't care about my family. I don't care.
I know, right?
Okay.
And
so those 2 points. Yeah, those 2 points to put me. He's on business. He done business. Yeah. This is
and it's the thing, at the time, right? Social media was so young, right, that we didn't even get a retort back from this guy, because you know, like nowadays, you would, like we filmed the video before, we'd have got a retort, we'd have seen what people have said, because it was like those days. I just remember this thing on my feed, and that was that. It was gone. Because we at that time we didn't really listen to LBC. I didn't listen to LBC.
Yeah,
I mean, so
but
you know what I mean.
It's funny for what Kadim said before by the other guy, because sometimes and I suppose maybe I'm a little bit going back on my fence what I said, but not really. But because I said before, some people can change, but maybe this guy had changed, but maybe he hadn't changed. But sometimes because he said it so calmly, that's just how he feels, and he may still be the same now, 10 years on, right? He may still be the same way now. We don't know. So
he doesn't. But the thing is, he from that video and that capture, he doesn't see an issue with his belief system. So that one is done. The next 10 years of his life is going to be solving other things. But his opinion on black women is that's that. The thing here, Ginja Jay, by opening up and being there for the, like you say, listening to the retort or the follow up from the black sisters, that's one thing. But this guy, he wasn't looking to hear it. He's not open to debate, and he's not even looking to have his opinion challenged. Cool. Like Vanessa did a really good job, especially as a white person, challenging him, saying, actually, I don't even think that's the case. Like, are you sure more black women are repulsive than white women, like in terms of a general, like, really? Like, that's the, and he was like, he was like, there was no convince, like, he is the hardest person to teach is somebody that doesn't believe they need to do the lesson. Yeah, and
preach.
Yeah, and that brother does not believe there was anything wrong with that article. And I guarantee he hung up the phone and just carried on with his day.
Let me just sit on that for a minute. What Kadim just said. That's the hardest person to teach someone who doesn't think they need to learn, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful, man.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next.
That makes so much sense now, because like no matter what you're telling them, they don't care.
They don't care. They don't care.
Do you know what I mean? Rotted.
All right, moving on to the next thing. Yeah. Because time is ticking. I want to make sure that we thingy. Kadim, you want to introduce this?
Time gone.
Yeah. So
when it comes to lifestyle,
I
don't really hear a lot of people speak.
Sorry, go on.
Big respect to this brother. I'll catch him a couple of videos, and I thought this one was really interesting with what's going on at the moment with the kind of race divide and just the tensions. Yeah, and I thought this is interesting as well, because especially what we talked about with the Hodgson twin and looking at the previous video as well. What kind of men there are, or groups of men there are in the UK at present, and what category you think you fall into, and actually do we vibe? So again, like it's a little bit of satire, but I think I like how he's approaching the subject. So let's give this a little go and then respond to some of the things raised here. Let's see.
All right, so 10 minutes. How long would you want it to play?
Kofi, you tell me when you if there's good points when you got a lot of comments.
So all right, cool. All
right, the video's quite low, so you're gonna have to put your head near the speakers or whatever.
All right.
Comes to lifestyle in the UK, and I don't really hear a lot of people speaking about this. This is basically the man, them, and the lads. What are you looking at? You what, mate? What? Let's have it. Come. What's happening? You right, yeah? Yeah, man's good still. He said, sweet. Let's go. Let's believe I come from an environment where both get along. In today's video, and I'm going to be going through the man, them versus lad culture. I don't get it twisted, yeah. This is nothing to do with race, innit? This is more to do with culture and lifestyle. Let me give you lot an example, innit? I know we've all seen a white donny that reminds you of the man them, and we've seen a black donny that reminds you of a lad. Do you get me? Like, if you know, you know. Listen, before I get into the video, make sure you go thumbs up today's video if you've ever been to a pub or a chicken and chip shop, yeah? Saying that. Now, the first difference that we're going to need to speak about when it comes to the lifestyle and the culture is the humor. If you know, you know. The lad's humor is completely different to the man them kind of humor. As I said, I grew up in a multicultural environment. So when I was around the lads, I was there thinking, are you serious? Are you actually joking? The way they banter amongst themselves, you will think they hate each other. Like, real talks. They're bringing up mumsies, birds, not pigeons. I mean, like, they're girls. That's what a lot of them call their... Yo, the way they were joking amongst each other, I was thinking, could it be the man them, you know? Could not be the man them, cuz.
Hello? Yeah, what's up? Your mum's legs, that's what's up, mate. You might. Hey, listen, meet me by the chip shop later, yeah? Now with my birthday, what about tomorrow? You bellend, your girl's with me today.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation.
Your mom's like...
You see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the man them, the banter is a bit different. This is not to say that man them can't joke around. Of course they can. And I understand that that is lad banter, innit? That's all cool. Some of the things they say is actually funny. But the man them, yeah, it's different still. Let me give you lot an example, innit? Who remembers saying, your mum? That was the biggest cuss on ends. Man them took that shit personally. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you mean, my mum? Are you dumb, bro? Are you stupid? Donny could have been cussing you about anything. But the minute you come back with your mum, long. Do you get me? It gets political. When it comes to the man them and that, their humor's different. Yo, what are you saying today? I don't even know, you know. I come outside, you joke, man. I shut up, you prick. I listen, I'm supposed to be linking my girlfriend today, still. Oh, you're a girl clown, bro. Nah, I'm joking. I listen, say no more, innit? What are you saying tomorrow? Yeah, I'm about. What are you saying, what? Yeah, link up tomorrow, innit? Alright, cool. Saying that and you salad. You see what I'm saying? Like, obviously, man will say, yeah, you're a prick. Oh, yeah, you're a salad, but it's all personal. Do you get me? Man ain't talking about man's mum and man's gal in it. Like, it's all techie. There's 3 things you should never banter with when it comes to the man them. Now, obviously, this is not all the man them, but this is just the basic. Do you get me? Don't mention man's mum, don't mention man's girl or sister, and don't mention man's hairline. Those are the 3 things you can't really crack jokes about. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so funny. When the man them and the lads are together, the humor's still there, but there is limits. Do you know what I'm saying? I guess the man forgot to say, yeah, if you're new around here, make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel for more UK-based topics and that. You see everybody else subscribing, so why not subscribe? Why do you want to be the odd one out? Do you get me? Go subscribe. Boom. So the next difference that I'm going to need to speak about when it comes to the man them and the lads and that is being outside. Best believe that every friendship group has a different definition of being outside. When it comes to the man them and that, when they say that outside, I mean, there's all these different ways of how they can be outside. And more time, they could be speaking about going uptown and going shopping with the man them. They could be speaking about going to a lounge. They could even be speaking about chilling on the front line. If you know, you know. That's not really a thing anymore, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go back to London a couple of years back. Bop to your local corner shop and you would have saw the man them outside. That was the front line. But you don't really see that anymore, innit? A lot of the times, man them are actually doing activities or they're chilling at home. Do you know what I mean? But you see, when I got around some of the lads and that, their definition of being outside is a bit different to some of the man them. Best believe that when some of them say they're outside, they actually mean outside. Taking trips. Do you get me? I ain't seen you in a hot minute. What are you saying? What are you on these days?
I've just been outside, you know. What are you up to this weekend?
This weekend? You know what? Yeah, man's with my wifey still. What are you saying this weekend, though?
You with the missus? Sweet. Hey, listen, me and the boys are going IB for this weekend, you know. We're really outside this season.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
Say IB for? Is that what you mean by outside?
Yeah, we're outside. What do you think I meant by that, mate? We're outside.
You see the difference? You see that? Based on a true story, by the way. Them man are talking about going to Ibiza, Ibiza, whatever you call it. All of them STD flying, flipping holiday resorts and shit. That's a lot of their definitions of being outside. Or they could even be speaking about going to the pub. When you said outside and that, I didn't know you meant being in the pub.
No, mate, the pub's where it's at. Do you know what I mean? Oi, pints on me, yeah?
Okay, calm. I don't know why this guy keeps looking over here as well.
Who's that?
I don't even know, man. Ever since we stepped in, he's just been looking over here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, listen, if the fella got a problem, he'll come over and come speak to us. And if he does, I'll headbutt him right in his nose. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, forget that. Oi, mate, what's happening? You right? You got a problem?
That's one thing I've noticed about some of the lads as well. Ready for war. Yeah. Let's talk about football matches. I'm not too sure if this still goes on in it, but I remember being chased by a couple of hooligans, by a couple of these football fans. If you're from London and that, when a football match is going on, especially around, where is it? West Ham or like Millwall, like, do you know what I'm saying? Brother, I was cutting on my BMX, do you know what I'm saying? Man was getting chased by a couple of these lads and shit. They found that shit fun. I didn't find that fun. I was cutting out on my brought down BMX with a dodgy brake. Anybody that was outside in the real world will know what I'm speaking about. Having a bike with mashed up brakes, going down on these steep hills and you ain't got no brakes. Yeah, that was fun. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I also remember one time I was in Wetherspoons, cuz this could have been the last time I went Wetherspoons, you know. This was time ago. I was in Wetherspoons and these 2 guys were just fighting it out. I'm thinking like, what, blood dripping and everything. They were having a straightener. Is that what it's called? I think that's lad language. They were fighting, do you know what I'm saying? I was thinking, oh shit, like, is no one gonna break this up? And try and know that couple minutes later now, blood still pouring from man's head. they're speaking again. I'm not even gonna lie, I respect it. Sometimes, some situations you have to fight it out. Them man were probably best friends. I'm kind of going off topic now still. The biggest difference between the man, them and the lads and that is relationships. I saved this one for last, innit, because this is like one of the obvious differences. Big question is though, who do you think's more loyal? Brother, have you seen lads on a night out? When it comes to the man and that, they don't really speak about their girl like that, do you know what I'm saying? Go around telling everybody that they're in a relationship. They're not really like that. Not too much on the wifey, do you know what I'm saying? Yo, my wifey's friend says she likes you and that. What you saying? Watch, I'll swing over her digits, yeah? Nah, bro, man's gonna have to decline that offer, you know? Why? Hey, listen, black men don't cheat, innit? What do you mean? What, you're in a relationship? Yeah, how long you been in a relationship for? We've been together for about, what are we saying, like 2 years now, 2 years and a bit? Do you get me? What? Did a man just say that you've been in a relationship for 2 years? How come you're only telling man this now? What's going on? Because obviously, like, I had no reason to tell you, innit? You've just asked, man, so I'm telling you now. Are you serious? That's a good representation of a lot of the man them. And best believe there's no in between. You either have one of the man them that makes their relationship their personality, or you have the one that don't mention their relationship at all. Now, a lot of people might be thinking these are the kind of man them that are hiding their girl. But these times it's not even that. It's just like, why are you bringing up your girl? Do you get me? Like, if no one asks, then there's nothing to say. They're not gonna go around saying, yeah, I got a wifey. Oh yeah, look at me, look at me. Nah, cuz it's not that with the man them. Do you know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but a lot of them do keep their relationships on a hush. Now, when it comes to some of these lads and that, it's completely different. There hasn't been one guy that I met that hasn't mentioned their wifey. And I'm thinking, why are you telling me all of these details like I asked? I've known this lad for 3 seconds. Why do I know your wifey's mum's name? What's that about? Hey, boss, I beg you, let me put the burger sauce on my chips myself.
I hate when they do that as well, man. It's really annoying.
No, word innit? Some joke thing. I don't understand why he keeps doing this shit.
You know what? My missus likes burger sauce as well. I don't see the hype. I like ketchup on my chips.
Nah, burger sauce is a pattern. What are you talking about?
Nah, mate. Hey, listen, my missus even tried to bring burger sauce into the bedroom. I couldn't believe it.
You put burger sauce in the bedroom. Mad thing.
I don't think you understand me, mate. She wanted me to rub burger sauce on her knockers. Do you know what I mean?
Why are you telling me this? Did I ask? You see the difference? These kind of guys will chat about their relationships like nothing. Man, they ain't really like that. Sometimes I'll just be standing there thinking, are you trying to promote your chick to man?
You know what? Pause it. So I play, I don't know if you guys know, I play football, and that example is so funny because we've got some white guys, it's a bit of a geezer. And he talking about the night before, yeah. He said he gave to his missus proper.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Why do you know? Why do you know?
It's weird, bro. He's like, yeah. I gave it to my missus last night. And the way that, like, he said, like, oh, she wanted it, and I got to play football today. You know what I mean? And I started laughing because no black man can say what he did for his lady. You know, it's so true, though. It's so true. And it's funny, those little subtle differences, it's so true, isn't it? Like, even if there's stuff like, there's sometimes like black people, like, we'll talk about, oh yeah, why the guy look at me like, you know that they're not gonna do nothing. But sometimes white guys, they're ready to give it headbutt you, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna go thingy, mate. They're
gonna go.
Right? Yeah.
Looking at what are you looking at, mate? And then
You want some
bosh. Yeah.
No, man. All right, so play on it.
Yeah. Your girl's number or something, because that's what it seems like right now. But all jokes aside, and I know some people just talk to talk, innit? Some people just want to say some shit. If you made it this far into the video, then you're a real one, spud man. No? Alright, cool, say that. Listen, I've got a quick question for you lot. Which do you prefer, chicken and chips or fish and chips? Let me know in the comments. Listen, if you're new around here, subscribe to my YouTube channel and thumbs up today's video. Like, smash the like button and that, do you know what I'm saying? Let's read a couple of comments, do you know what I'm saying? I actually prepared for this one, because usually I don't prepare for this shit. First comment is a question, and yeah, I think this is a good question. What's the best lesson that ends has ever taught you? Do you know what? I would say that one of the best lessons in being on ends and that, like in that environment, has taught, man, is there's a lesson in every situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can take away shit from anything and everything, even bad situations. There's a lesson in it. Do you get me? Man like KSI with the iron brew, just drink the drink. Shut up. Do I look like KSI? Are you lot? Do I look like KSI? Don't piss, man off. Bro, your content is 10-10. Come on, big up everybody that comments, by the way. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, check out this one next. Is another banger by me. And yeah, stay safe and that, and I'll see you in the
All right.
Yeah. Like the energy, like I say. So, what do we think on that one? What do we think on that one? Like, he's enjoyed a good. I think it's a really British conversation in it, because it's only man them that I hear that will know what a lad is and know the what the man them is, and we really understand that. All have like a mixture of both circles as well. So, do we? Yeah, like, well,
our American brethren, I'm really sorry. It was Kadeem's choice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But it's a nice little insight because you lot think it's always about you guys and that you got your East Coast, your West Coast, your
You
this,
know
your that.
what? It's actually a really good one to almost end it on because you know everything's quite heavy, right? And it's quite nice to have something that's quite light-hearted and banter. But also, I love the way how we did it because there is difference between. It's like women when I'm sure women. I don't know what women have, but I'm sure women you have like I guess the classy woman. I guess the one who the girl's ready to fight in it. I don't know. I don't know what they call it, but but the way that he dropped it makes so much sense. You got the man them and you got the man them and the lads. It makes so much sense. And every single example is so true. And I know, and we both. I don't know if you guys know, but I don't know if you guys have, but you will have friends or social on both sides, so you kind of get it. And sometimes you feel like when you go certain places, you kind of sometimes you got to be a lad, yeah. And someday you got to be a man them. Do you know what I mean? Or you don't be a man them, but sometimes you want to be a man them. You know, sometimes you're a man them when you're the lads, and sometimes you're lads when you're the man them. Do you know what I mean? Those one of those ones there. So I think how he did it is good, man. Yeah, it makes so much sense, and it's funny and relevant. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's funny and relevant. You can't look at that and not laugh. You know what I mean? You can't look at that and not think. And both cultures, by the way, you got you can get some black guy who are kind of lads. This kind of fits into maybe the kind of story that the guys before. You know, guys that prefer the white lady, right? The black guy, the first one, the Hopkins twins, they kind of guys look like they could be lads, yeah. Because you can kind of see them going to marches with the white people, or the white
people,
ready to kick
rallying it up.
Yeah, those kind of guys. So you can see them as kind of lads. I mean, because sometimes you think lads would be you think of them being patriotic, maybe racist people, whatever. But some lads, they can just like demand them. They're just lads. I mean, so it works for them, man. I like the video. That video's cool, man. I like the video.
Good video, man. Good video, Kadeem. Well done. Right, last video. I want to watch this one. This one's gonna another comedy one, right? We're gonna comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because we end it on this. I had two.
No. And
what's the name of that guy, though? Go on.
What?
What's the name of that guy? The first one. That one just went now.
Oh,
the one
we just watched now. Yeah, what was the name? Okay.
He's called.
I suppose I could put Mandem versus.
Close it.
No, it's alright. I'll find it. I'll tell you now.
It's in the thing, innit? It's in the thing, innit?
It's in the group. I'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll link you. Don't worry. I got you. But for the but I'm thinking to do the same for the listeners if you want to find them as well, because again, I think that's some good content.
Your phone's turned around, Kadeem.
Has it? I thought so as well.
It's flipped itself.
Because I'm looking at different things. I'll put it in the group. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I
can put it in the group. Yeah,
he's on point.
I'll do it now. I'll do it now. But I'm gonna share this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. This is gonna be comedy 101, right? Comedy gold. Let's go. This guy, I love this guy's content. I've posted it on my WhatsApp stories and whatever, but it's just this is Gen Z versus everyday logic. Let's go.
What's 36 divided by 4?
It doesn't.
Okay, why doesn't it?
Because 7, 14, 21, 28, 32. No, 7. Yes, it is.
What is the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet?
D.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. Alpha.
Omega.
Where is your cerebrum located?
Cerebrum. Saudi Arabia.
What do you call someone from Barbados?
Barbados. Barbarian, innit?
What about you?
Yo,
Barbarian.
Yeah, that's the answer.
A square has a perimeter of 36 centimeters. How long is each side?
6.
And how did you get to 6?
6 times 6.
As a business, messages and conversations never stop. They're everywhere.
Means at work.
Keeping up can feel overwhelming, and every missed message is a missed opportunity.
Tanning of the skin is caused by what type of radiation?
Tightening?
Tanning of the skin is caused by what type of radiation?
The sun.
Which race is held annually in Monaco?
A race? Yo, am I being dog? Is it black?
Huh?
Race. Oh, race. Okay, I thought you meant like thingy. Sorry.
Oh, black. What are you talking about?
The Olympics.
What?
Am I being
the biggest thing in the world, bro. When man them are racing.
Olympics.
Round 4.786 to 2 decimal places.
4.83.
Round 4.786 to 2 decimal places.
4.786. 4.80.
How'd you get to 4.80?
Guess.
Yes. Are you good at maths?
Terrible.
Okay. At least you're honest, isn't it?
It's got to be done.
What continent is Colombia in?
What continent is Colombia in? Asia.
Asia. How'd you get to Asia?
Guess.
Yes. Are you good at geography? At least you're honest.
Got to be done.
What's the primary language spoken in Egypt?
Egyptian.
Are you good with languages? How did you get to Egyptian?
Yes.
At least you're
Can I
honest.
just say, this is a lad.
All insects, yeah, have how many legs?
Insects have how many legs?
Yeah. All insects have how many legs?
2 or something. Is this a dodgy question?
What's the capital of Finland?
Finland?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah. You look like that guy from High School Musical. What's his name again? Orlando. Is it Orlando?
Nah, that's not me. That's my cousin.
It's a cousin. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What is it called when someone speaks 2 languages?
Give me a clue.
That's a B.
B. Biolinguino.
I said biolinguino. That's what I knew. Yeah, something was wrong.
I'm getting that.
Yeah. Where is Monaco? That you're asking.
You don't know.
Where is your cerebrum located?
Cerebrum located?
Yeah.
Is it in an African country?
What is the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet?
Z.
Which race is held annually in Monaco?
The spaghetti race.
How did you get to spaghetti race?
Yeah, because like Monaco, like they love spaghetti.
But by the way, where's Monaco? What's the name of a 10-sided shape?
Decadron. It's not decahedron. I think
Decahedron.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. What is the capital? What's the capital of Australia?
You're not going to put me in the spot, are you?
No, we'll never do
Sydney, is it?
No.
It's not Sydney. Sweet.
Canberra. No one ever knows
I do know
Australia.
this one, and you're going to come up with a few
Canberra.
more bangers after this, I can tell.
A for Australia. Good one. Yeah. What animal is the video game character Sonic?
The fox? No.
It's not a fox.
Squirrel?
Nah, it's not squirrel, no.
Oh shit.
Sonic, come on.
Yeah, no, but the animal. It's not fox in it.
Cool. Which organ is responsible for the digestion of food?
Kidney. No.
What did it say?
Kidney.
Which organ is responsible for digestion of food?
Man said kidney.
It said kidney.
Continent is Colombia in?
Colombian.
What continent is Colombia in?
Africa.
Africa.
No.
Have you seen Colombia and Africa before? What continent is Egypt in?
Asia.
No. Asia.
Asia.
Okay.
What do you call lines that never intersect?
What?
What do you call lines that never intersect?
I have no clue, bro.
Okay.
Zero clue.
Zero clue. Starts with a P.
E.
Para.
Paragraph.
Round 4.786 to 2 decimal places.
4.9.
A square has a perimeter of 36 centimeters. How long is each side?
6.
What are you saying, guys?
Perimeter of 36. Yo, it's an area of 36.
Round 4.786 to 2 decimal places.
4.786, so it's 4.79.
You got it. Okay. What is the common name for sodium bicarbonate?
Salt.
Baking soda.
Sodium carbonate.
How did you get to sodium carbonate? How did you get to that?
Yeah, because that's like the full name, isn't it?
Bro, Alvi, what is the capital of Finland?
Helsinki.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah.
Well, is it? I think it's like. I don't know. Is it a funny like? It's got like a tang to it, like.
Well, so okay.
Like a twang, like.
Okay.
Like
So what are we
it's like
going
a Swiss word or something, like.
I get where you're coming from.
Finland's a weird place, isn't it? That's such a weird.
You might have to skip that one for us, bro.
It starts with H.
H.
Hungry.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Was
Hungry.
So Hungary's not a country, no?
Wait, no. Hamburg. Okay.
It's in Germany.
Yo, next.
Okay, next question. I got you. Now for you, yeah. Cool. What number will you get when you increase 20 by 50%? 20. Wait. 40, my man. Wait, when you increase 20 by 50%. Okay. 35.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
I think these things are usually quite funny as well, isn't it? Because sometimes, and I think I was saying to you before, see, this comes down to the fact, I said before that I think sometimes they make the GCSEs a bit easier for the kids just to give them a bit of hope, because it's really bad that, you don't know a lot of those. Some stuff people are not going to know. Like, people not even going to know sodium chloride is salt, right? Not even going to know the capital of Helsinki.
The fourth letter of the Greek alphabet and all that kind of
stuff.
Yeah,
who's going to know that unless you're Greek? I don't know that. But a lot of stuff there is like, you should know this kind of thing. But and we're laughing at it. But we're laughing about it. The funny thing is that now that they don't have to try too hard because everything's on Google, innit? You can ask Google every question. Do you know what I mean? And we're laughing because it's funny. But they don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to know. Do you know what I mean? Because you and I back in the day,
you think these kids are using Google?
Well,
these kids ain't using Google. They're lazy backside.
Or chat GPT. Is that what they do nowadays?
They're probably using that. That's probably more like it. That's more like it.
That's why they don't know anything. But it's a concern when a child of that age, not even a child, when a young adult can't round something to 2 decimal places. That's a real That's a real worry. Like, I understand if you don't know the capital of Finland, cool. But like 20% or 50% of 20 should be something that you can figure out as an adult. Like, some of these questions are insane that you don't know.
But I think that could be a problem with England as a culture. Maths is not, England's probably way down in all the countries and maths. Because maths is not something that people focus on this country. You know what I mean? It's not.
Colombia's in Africa, according to.
There you go,
so it's not just maths. It's not just the maths. It's the
right.
geography.
It's geography.
Remember, your kidney digests your food.
Yeah.
There's some things like this is a disgrace. Every subject.
So what you're saying and anatomy and the how your body fluids and all that stuff. I think there's a question about what's the one about the brain?
Where's your cerebrum?
Yeah.
And then man said, was it in Africa?
I don't. He said. Or the guy said, "What's the capital of Australia?" He said, "A." It's like flipping out. It's like, oh. Do you know what it is? No. Do you know what it is? Sometimes,
that's why I love this guy's videos, bro. I love him.
That's why I think sometimes, and it's funny because it's like he look at when he get around the way he looks at the camera, they really don't know. But sometimes people just generally don't know. Some of the people just generally don't know, or they don't even try to some people don't think try to think logic, let them try to figure it out. They're the same thing comes to mind. At least try. At least try, especially the math ones. Just try to figure out.
You know what? It's crazy, right? There's one video he did where it's just pure Nigerians, and I swear Nigerians and Ghanaians. I swear, I feel like it was that video, right?
Yeah.
And if the one that we had there was multicultural, right? The one there. If you ever heard what they were talking about,
it's crazy,
yeah.
Well, they don't know when
it's hot boy. Sometimes those ones are hot boy.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hot boy. Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Because sometimes they ask the most simple question, and they'll try and say, "Oh, what does something mean?" And they're trying to do some. They're trying to
big answer.
Yeah. I'll find one and I'll play it next time.
Trust me.
But listen, guys, thanks for chopping it up, man. Is late now. It's 20 to 12, so we're gonna get off this thing. Time always goes fast when we start. We started a bit late anyway, but
it does,
just goes fast, man. Because we're enjoying ourselves. That's what it is as well.
For sure.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly. We still had 2 videos to watch as well, but you know what I'm saying, it's getting light. I want to thank you guys, Kof and Kadeem. Yeah, came in strong today. Nice one. No sitting on the fence. We like that.
We don't do sitting on fences, man. It's left or right, man. There's nothing in between.
That's it. 100%. No matter what side we're upset or happy or upset, we're on one of the sides either way.
for real, preach, man, preach. That's it. Pick a side, man. Yeah.
It's true.
We don't.
Share, like, and subscribe,
We don't want no hoverers. Yeah, man.
No hovers, no hovers. You stand on your soapbox and you deliver. Thank you so much. Share, like, and subscribe, people.
Bless. Bless.
But we can take off.
No, that's it. No, well done for the questions, Kadeem, and yeah, again, thanks for hosting, man. It's good stuff tonight, man. That's some good meaty stuff to talk about. You know what I mean? Like little it's good. I think everyone tonight kind of like everyone's sitting this side or that side. Everyone had their view. I mean, especially the guy that about the preferences and all that kind of stuff. And, you know what I mean? And some good stuff there. You know, I think for me that when Kadeem said about the you can't teach somebody when they're not ready to learn, something like that hits hard, but that makes so much sense. And really, you can look into that when people say something, how they believe. If that's what they believe, you can't change their mind.
You can't change it.
Yeah, you
if
can't.
They're asking a question,
you come with them with facts, certificates, gold medal, everything. They're not ready to learn. I mean that's like raw. And when that is what it is.
Just save your time. Save your time. Save your time. Save your time. Leave them. It's true.
Oh, before you go, Kadeem, you got to do your poem. Sorry.
Got bars for you? Yeah, I got bars for you.
Forgot. Sorry.
Right, hold on. I'm going to go sideways quickly. And then I'm going to go. Here we go. Can you still see me all right? Hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Right, so yesterday you challenged me to do a poem called Feel Good. So this is a poem called Feel Good. Yeah.
And we got to click if it's good, Kofi. No clapping.
Yeah. Only if it's good.
If it's rubbish, just get nothing.
Feel it. Feel good. Feel blessed. When was the last time you were truly happy and freely alleviated of all of your stress? Feel it. Feel good. And feel blessed for the fact that no matter the act with a certain tact, but we must still breathe the same air with the same breath. Walk in different shoes on the same streets, just taking more variable steps on the streets to the same path that we call leads, to enforce and proceed with the process to appease the treacherous parts of the path that we step. So feel it. Feel good. Feel great. Change your shape. For the fake, only take and replace in your wake the shape of a taste that you hate. So I continue. Devour the disgust that is on your plate and feel something, feel great. Get out of being out of sorts and get into shape to speak a reality that in reality you want to create. Feel good, feel great, and feel blessed. And if stressed, take a moment and a breath.
Nice.
You know what I like about that is when you say the certain words like feel good, feel great, feel blessed, and then you go into a tantrum about saying the thing, and you come back again, feel good, feel great. It's like different levels. It's like different levels of it. You know, it's like you're saying, okay, this is where you should be. Feel this, and you don't all the other talk about like all the other elements, and then you come back to I feel good, feel great, feel blessed. Yeah, I love that.
A nice little bit of positivity to end with, because again, like you say, feel it, feel no matter what else is going on, feel good, feel like it's your choice, isn't it? It's a choice. Like I said, you can be, there's two sides of the fence, the unhappy side and the happy side of the fence. Yeah, you can go through the world like Ginja Jay, angry and not engaging with his previous traumas, and taking it out on everybody else, or you can engage with your traumas to try and have a happier tomorrow. Yeah, and that is what when you hit me with the subject, do you feel good? I thought that was what we needed to get across. That actually the feeling and the goodness, that's quite a lot of the time, and especially today, and coming back to our earlier points and your point, Kof, about it being the best time to be an ethnic minority in a space or a place. Yeah, feel good about it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We should be feeling good about it, and we should be doing less to, like I say, like the Hodgson twins and like Jay, to take away people's feeling goodness. Again, not by talking about people's eyelashes, hair, and makeup, their skin tone, or the hue of their skin. Yeah. No. that's not allowing people to feel good. So again, like if you're getting stressed, like I say in that document, that one there, take a moment, take a breath, yeah, and feel good. But don't, yeah. If you're stressed, take a moment, take a breath. Simple.
Bless.
Big bars, bro. Big bars.
Big bars.
Big bars.
The bar's on fire, bro. The bar's on fire. Fire bars. New one.
So we're doing the poetry section in
yeah, you need to see poetry section.
You need to be on the poetry section. So we're doing it in 2 weeks time, a fortnight time.
100%, man. 155 million percent, man. I don't know if that's number, man, but yeah, 155 million percent, man. Yeah. Most definitely.
It's a number because you said it.
Amen to that.
yeah.
So yeah, no, the poetry section next 2 weeks time, guys. Make sure you tune into that. It's going to be live. It's off the cuff. There's no script. We don't usually use script anyway, but there's no like we don't plan the videos, nothing like that or anything like that. It's just straight in smash mouth. We love it.
Oh really? So is that the thing? Yeah, literally just poems.
Yeah.
Bring it. Bring it.
We do the poems. We discuss the poems.
Okay. Oh yeah. I'm there, man. What are you saying, man? Come on, man. Let's do it now.
I'm say to man.
Yeah, no. Cool.
You got one for me? You got one for me?
I've got loads, but not right now. But yeah, I've got
yeah. You got 2 weeks. The bat sign is cooling down 2 weeks.
I'm ready.
All right.
I've got one.
He's good as well, you know. He's good as well, you know, Kidney.
I know.
Yeah, I've got some. Yeah, man, I've got some. Oh, writing is my escapism. So yeah, I escape in the words that I write. There we go. What? Come on, man.
Yeah. I like. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. Let's do this. Let's chop this up. What's the next? The next poetry part's gonna be bad.
Telling you. I'm gonna try and get. I got another lady who might be interested in coming on as well.
Okay, yeah, man.
She's a poet.
So what's that? So what do you call? Is that still part of the live podcast or something else? Like poetry corner? You got a name for it? Or?
It's another arm.
It's another arm. Yeah, it's a whole other thing. Whole other trench.
The thing is, when I did it when I had my old podcast, the audio one, we had poetry on that as well.
Okay.
And so I'm just bringing it to audience that is to see what people perform in it. Whereas before people were sending me recordings of their poems, and I was uploading it. Do you know what I mean? Which people liked as well. Do you know what I mean? So.
I might have someone. I know someone who does poetry. So I might have them let them know, but if they can join it.
They can come on if they want. If they want to come on and perform it,
share a poem, get some feedback, or practice, whatever they want to do.
Yeah,
open space.
Definitely. Remember, we want to be creative as possible, as much as we can be creative. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I love the idea.
Anyway, don't log off, but just say bye, guys.
Yeah. Love, blessings, and sleep with no worry, stress, and fear, guys. Don't let these negative emotions debilitate you and prevent you from being your best selves. So thank you for the time, and have a better tomorrow than you did today. That's all you need to learn from today. So brilliant.
In it though. Man can't really end up anything better than that, man. Now all I can say, bless for that, bless Kadeem, bless Gavin. Bless life for this opportunity, and people, thank you for listening, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, and we shall speak again. God bless, peace and love.
And yeah, we got some big teams coming, so listen, big up yourselves. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share, like, and subscribe, and comment, please. We need those comments, please. Yeah, send it to your friends, and yeah, man, peace out.
Peace.
GM,
the life coach.